It's located in the F.
These captains have come to the far sideline. They're awaiting CoLIN to come back out. It's sophomore night here at H.L. Stone Stadium, and so they've gone back to the locker room, those sophomores, to meet up with their team. And now here comes both teams in the north corner of each end of the end zone on either side. EMCC is going to be across the way from us with their sideline. CoLIN here on the near side. Jason Crowder here with you along with Glenn Beard as we round out the specialists. We didn't get a chance to get to them just a moment ago. They did the national anthem a little earlier because of sophomore night. But Peyton Rogers is going to be the kicker. He's 4 of 6 on the year with a long of 42 yards. He's 38 of 41 on extra points. He'll also be the punter. He's out of Starkville, Mississippi. The 6-foot, 190-pound freshman has 17 punts for 603 yards, averaging 35.5 yards per kick. Zach Patterson out of Corinth High School, 5'11", 180. The sophomore has 15 punt returns for 81 yards. He's also the kick returner, 5 returns for 133 yards. We hope to have Kadarius Calloway back with Zach Patterson as far as returning kicks. He's the 6-foot, 200-pound freshman from Philadelphia High School. Also, Tommy Johnson at times will be back to receive. Number 45, Josh Hammis, a long snapper, 5'9", 195 pounds, freshman from West Marion High School. And the holder is the backup quarterback, number 17, Damon Stewart, 6'1", 170, a freshman from Oak Grove High School. Glenn, let's take a look at the numbers. CoLIN comes in offensively, averaging just 295 yards a game, a $128 on the ground, 166 through the air, scoring just 3 touchdowns a game. That's 21.3 points. Defensively, they allow 325.4, and rushing yards allowed at 116.4, and through the air 209. They allow 22 points a contest. Now on the flip side, EMCC offensively, 426 yards they average a game, 168 on the ground, 258 through the air, scoring 43 points a contest. And defensively, the Lions giving up just 216 total yards, 95 on the ground, 125 through the air, and giving up 10 points. So a big difference in the numbers for both CoLIN and EMCC when you look at the stats.
Yeah, statistically, I don't know how much you can go on when these two teams play, Jason, because as you said, Buddy Stevens is 5-3 in his tenure against CoLIN, and that's I guess that's the JUCO that probably has the most wins against Buddy, them or Gulf Coast. It's close.
It's close.
So Coach Stevens and Glenn Davis have been doing battle for a number of years now.
It's 3 wins. I think it is CoLIN.
I think you're right.
only has 2.
I think you're right, and you know, I always, the last time we were here, it was a playoff game, and we were just kind of shocked. I mean, but CoLIN is a team that's going to play hard, and East Mississippi, this bunch here, you know, you want to see how they're going to respond. As you said, we didn't play well against Northeast. Kahoma, we snapped back, but can you put it back to back? That's what we want to see. Are you over that little hiccup on October 9th? And if you are, let's see that consistency pick back up and start snowballing into something really special.
Right now, the coin toss is going on. We don't have Chris Coleman down on the field to go to tell us what's going on with the coin toss. We're going to pay attention to the white hat, who is Brian Cole III. He was the official last week. And EMCC has won the toss and has elected to receive. So, Glenn, they're going to be kicking from the clock. A little KFC action as CoLIN will kick to EMCC. We'll return in 1 minute with the opening kickoff here in Wesson. This is the EMCC Football Network. Stone Stadium on the campus of CoLin Community College in Wesson, Mississippi. Jason Crowder here with you along with Glenn Beard as we get set for the opening kick. EMCC won the toss and has elected to receive. Glenn, your keys to the game.
Keys to the game tonight is like normal. Come out firing on all cylinders, create a rhythm offensively, protect the football, and defensively, do what you've been doing and what you're taught to do. Special teams, let's set up a big return to have good field position, and let's make a big play. Avoid the big play defensively. That's the key on that side of the ball.
Well, we had 80 degrees 30 minutes ago. It's cooled off 3 more degrees. 77 is our temperature at the kick. We have partly cloudy skies and a beautiful sunset across the way here in Wesson, Mississippi, as teeing the football up at the 35-yard line. To our left is the kicker, Bryce Lofton. He is a sophomore, was honored just a moment ago with his family out on the field along with the other remaining sophomores, which was a plethora of them here in Wesson. Back deep to receive near side, Zach Patterson. He'll stand inside the 5. Darius Calloway will be across the way at the far hash at the 5-yard line. The kick's going to be end over end. It's going to come into the belly of Patterson inside the 5. He'll take it at the numbers across 10, 20, and he's going to pull over a man at the 25 and fall forward close to the 26. But it looks like they're going to see his knee went down at the 25-yard line. So that's where EMCC will have it their own 25, and that is a return of about 17 yards as he took it at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, good return right there. Good kick as CoLin's kicker, Jason. I don't know if you know, it's one of the top in the country. He's actually a punter and one of the top punters in the country so far.
So EMCC will have the ball placed on the near hash, moving from right to left. In the shotgun is Jamari Jones. Flanked off his right shoulder is EMCC starting tailback, which is Zias Perryman. Trips wide side of the field to the right. They're going to leave it with Perryman. Comes around the left side, gets a block, gets out to the 30-yard line, and he's going to have about 5 yards, maybe 6, up to about the 31. They'll give him 6 yards as he ran out of bounds. 31-yard line near side.
Yeah, good first down play right there. You get 6 yards. 2nd and 4 is a whole lot easier to call.
Buddy Stevens said he wanted to go fast. Same formation as last. Here's the shotgun snap. Perryman again with the carry, tries to go off tackle right side. And he is going to be tackled after a 2-yard gain up to the 33-yard line. So after getting 6 on the first play, he gets 2 on this one, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2.
I think that was 44, Joseph Barton, then on the tackle for CoLin there, Jason.
And whenever you need to borrow these binoculars, I'm just going to leave them right here. EMCC's wearing white jerseys, black pants, black helmets with scuba written on either side with the chrome numbers. He'll pull it from the belly of Perryman to get the first down between the hashes. Does Jones as he dives out across the 35 up to the 36-yard line. And I think they're going to give him closer to the 37. Yeah. They are.
Yeah, first down, move the chains for the Lions.
So 4-yard gain.
Stay with that same formation this whole drive, looks like.
Ball placed middle of the field. The snap for the 37, their own 37. They throw it over the middle. Acko with a catch at about the 42-yard line, maybe the 43, as his forward progress is going to be stopped there. Starkville product, who leads the team in receptions with 25, gets his 26 on the season, and that's a nice gain. Gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up now a 2nd down and 4. Ball placed middle of the field at the 43-yard line. Firing it over the middle, underneath again, and it's caught again by EMCC at the 48-yard line. And again, that's Joshua Acka, and that's going to move the chains. He'll catch it between the hashes at the 48.
Not wasting any time, and that doesn't allow CoLin to be able to substitute, and that's what Coach Stevens wants with his offense. Keep the pressure on.
Snap for their own 48, inside handoff, and getting out across midfield into Wolf territory. Wolf's territory down inside the 49 to about the 48-yard line. I think that is Perryman still. No, that is going to be Spivey.
Abdul Lee on the tackle there, Jason.
70 on the season, leading the team coming in. So Spivey will stay out there. He'll be flanked off to the left. Trips once again right side. Ball placed middle of the field at the 48. 2nd down and 6 after the gain of 4. And Jones is going to take it up the middle, and he may have enough for the first down as he tries to bounce it outside the numbers. And he slips inside the 35-yard line. He gets our 45 rather, and gets down to the 44. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, he needed to get to the 42-yard line as he had broken loose and just tripped over his own feet in open territory. Needed 2 more yards. It's 3rd and 2 right here. Big play.
Receivers at the near hash stack, and they'll snap it from the 44 on a 3rd and 2, and going straight between the tackles is Spivey. He'll have enough for the first down as he gets down to the 41-yard line. So he's going to gain 3 on the play, and it's going to move the chains.
And the band has stopped.
They finally are going to take a breath. Goodness. They do a great job, but they're just off to our right. And so it's hard to, I can barely hear Glenn talk. Once again, wide receivers around the near hash, wide side of the field. Trips are going to be stacked. There'll be a shotgun snap from the 41. Jones surveys the field, fires it over on the right side, complete at the numbers at the 40, and then going out of bounds across the way at about the 35. Monte Spivey's going to catch it out of the backfield, and he's going to take it inside the 35 down to about the 33. So that's going to be a gain of 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 2 for EMCC. So they're going to place the ball on the right hash. Twin receivers near side, Twins to the right. Ball on the right hash, Spivey off the left shoulder of Jones. High snap pulled down, they fake it to Jones, and they fire it over on the right side. It's caught between the numbers and the sidelines. And going inside the 25-yard line is going to be Joshua Aka. So Aka is going to give EMCC another first down as they get inside the 25 down to about the 24.
Jason, speaking of Jones, I don't know if we said much about it in pregame. William Jones, former defensive coordinator for East Mississippi, is the defensive coordinator at Co-LIN.
Snap for the right hash inside handoff. Spivey is going to be upended around the 15-yard line. He kind of did a cheerleader flip as he got around the 15. That's a gain of about 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up now a 2nd down and short. Let's see if Perryman's checked back in there. No, that is still Spivey. No, that is Perryman. He's going to carry it around the left end. Going to get inside the 15, near the 10 at the numbers. Gets outside the numbers, tripped up around the 5-yard line. That's another first down run. That's going to be a 10-yard run for Zias Perryman. You know, Buddy Stevens this season has kind of gone with backs as far as series and offensive possessions, but he's been alternating them back and forth as of late.
Yeah, and it's been a heck of a 1-2 punch. Actually, 1-2-3 punch when you throw Lawrence in the mix as well.
First down to goal to go from the CoLin 5-yard line to our left. Knocking on the south end zone door. 4 wide receivers, diamond formation left side, slant over on the right side. Is it caught? Touchdown, yes, EMCC. And making the touchdown grab for the Lions. Is that Duke Miller? It is.
Yeah,
Duke Miller.
Duke.
They're wearing those chrome numbers on a white jersey, and it's really difficult to see from our vantage point. But Duke Miller with the 5-yard touchdown reception on the slant to the right side. And that's going to be the 21st touchdown thrown of the season for Jamari Jones. Joshua Ham's going to snap it back to Damon Stewart. Peyton Rogers will attempt the PAT. And now CoLin on the left side comes across the line of scrimmage. So they'll move it a couple of inches towards the goal line. No big deal.
Probably declined if I was guessing.
Yeah. No use in moving everybody, right?
Unless you want to go for 2, you move it up.
So it's offsides on the defense. We all saw that one, but Brian Cole has to turn to the near side crowd and tell us about it.
That's what you pay him for, Jason.
Yeah. Ham ready to snap it. Stewart ready to hold. Rogers ready to kick. 6-0 EMCC at the 9:44 mark, and now it's going to be a snapback on the turf, and EMCC's got a fall on it, so it's no good. So they don't even get the kickoff or the attempt, and it's 6-0 EMCC. Just a shade under 10 minutes to play in the first quarter. We'll be back with the kick to the Wolfpack in just a moment. This is the EMCC Football Network. Six to nothing lead. It was a bad snap a moment ago, so no point after attempted. So teeing the football up at the 35-yard line here on the near hash is Peyton Rogers. It was Jones to Miller. Duke Miller with his 3rd touchdown reception on the season. Back deep to receive for CoLin is Dontavius Turner. He is out of South Pike High School, and Rogers comes up on it, kicks it, and it's going to be a short sky kick taken inside the 30-yard line. Up the numbers, the up back brings it to the 35, and he is going to be popped there. One thing, too, about this, the way the stadium is built is you're really far away from the action. You don't feel like you're high enough in a way, but you're bowled out. It's just difficult. It's one of the worst vantage points, to be honest. It's a beautiful stadium, beautiful press box, but
well, part of that is the track that used to be around, and they've taken the track up, but it's a concrete pad where the track was, and that's extra distance in itself.
Coming out to start at quarterback is Paul Hargrave out of Natchez, Mississippi. He'll take the snap from the 35, throws it over on the far side, and it is caught. And making the reception is the Kieran Johnson out of Oxford High School, former Charger. He'll catch it up around the 41, and that's going to be a 6-yard gain, so that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 4. Looking at Hargrave's numbers, he's 88 of 109, or 169 rather. Hargrave will be in the shotgun. Brings the receivers from far side to near side in motion. Is going to leave it with his tailback, who's going to be bottled up, and that is going to be the 47th tackle for loss. As EMCC bottled him up around the 37-yard line, and that is Drexlin Allen from Hattiesburg High School. 64 carries on the season for 469 yards. He has 3 touchdowns to his credit, and he loses 3 yards back to the 37.5-yard line.
Defensive line really did a great job of penetrating right there and hitting that in the backfield.
3rd and 8, twin receivers either side. Hargrave in the shotgun, back to pass, looking towards the left sideline, throws it left sideline at the sticks, and it's caught around the 45, but we do have a penalty flag that's lying across the field, Glenn, making the reception for...
He's going to be short of the 1st down.
Taquan Henderson made the reception.
I'm not sure, maybe pushing off a little bit on the offense. I'm not sure.
He caught it at the 45. I'm not certain why they're spotting
Jason,
it.
he did, but he came back. He was coming back to the ball and then went out of bounds at the 44, and I think that's where they're going to spot it.
I thought he was drug out of bounds, but you're saying he kind of gave himself up to – okay.
So I'm not sure what the penalty is. Maybe pushing off. Something on the defense.
Yeah, we really can't understand Brian Cole. It was hard to understand him last week in Scuba. And it has something to do on the defense. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty, so it's going to bring up now a 3rd down and 3 because it was going to be a
4th and 1.
Yeah, 4th and 1. So it's 3rd down and 8.
3rd and 3.
Now back to pass, and stepping up is Hargrave, running between the hashes, sliding, giving himself up around the 43, and the crowd's a little frustrated because
he's short.
He's going to be short, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 1 now. About a 4th and a yard and a half.
That penalty resulted in a 2-yard difference for Co-LIN in the favor of the Lions, so it's going to be 4th and a long 2.
And it looks like they're going to punt it away, so they're going to spot the football middle of the field around the 43 and a half.
I'm sure the Lions will be in safe punt mode right here because they are around midfield.
Zach Patterson goes back to receive this punt. Patterson with 15 returns in the punt game, 81 yards. He'll stand with his heels on the 15-yard line. Bryce Lofton will stand back inside his own 30. Here's the snap from the 43. He'll move to the right and kick it rugby style, but it's a high, beautiful spiral that's going to bounce at the 6, and it's going to go laterally near side and roll out of bounds at the 7-yard line. Wow. Kind of came back in the Lions' favor by a yard, but EMCC will start at their own 7 to our right.
Co-LIN's punter is in the top 5 in the country on punts inside the 20-yard line, and now you see why right there as that one hits.
This is 22nd on the season inside the 20.
That one hits at about the 5-yard line and checks up like my sand wedge and kicks to the right and goes out of bounds. Couldn't ask for anything better.
Averaging 39 yards a kick, but has pinned 21 inside the 20. Co-LIN with the silver helmets, blue jerseys, blue pants. Snap from the 7-yard line by Jones. He'll give it to Perryman. Goes between the tackles. Good run across the 10. He's going to be close to the 15, maybe the 16-yard line. So that's about 9 yards for Perryman on that in between the tackles run. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 1. From the 11-yard line, they've got to get to the 12 for a first down. From the 16. Got to get to the 17. Inside handoff, no pull for the belly by Jones, and he'll get out across the 20 at the hash on the near side slide at the 21. He has enough for the first down. You know, Jones came in running the football effectively. Jamari Jones with 45 carries coming in for 337 yards, averaging 7.5 yards per carry. They're ready to snap it from the 21 on 1st and 10 near hash. Screen pass near side, caught at the numbers and getting outside the numbers at the 25 up to about the 26-yard line. Cameron Hines is going to make the reception for EMCC. He's going to be pushed out of bounds by CoLin. Looks like it's going to be near the 27-yard line or 28. It's going to be near the 28.
Jalen Campbell there on the tackle for CoLin.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 3, and they pull it once again for the belly, throw it near side again to Cameron Hines. He's going to drop it. He was looking upfield before he could secure it outside the numbers at the 30. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 for EMCC at their own 28-yard line. Moving from right to left, ball's on the near hash.
Yeah, that was a dropped first down right there.
They're going to go trips right side of the field, wide side. Single receiver near side, EMCC facing that 4-man front. Linebackers are coming, but they pick up the blitz. Jones now in trouble as the pocket collapses, spins, turns, fires it downfield, intercepted rather at the 46-yard line. EMCC is going to throw the interception as CoLin comes in there and grabs it, and that's going to be Gurod. That's Dartavian Gurod.
Yeah.
Who's going to make the interception. And he's going to come out of bounds near side, celebrating with his teammates. And so at the 47-yard line, that's where CoLin's going to have the football.
That's where Jones has just got to throw that football away. He was trying to force the issue. He threw it in triple coverage right there. And just unfortunate as CoLin intercepts it. Now they've got the football on the Lion side of the 50.
They'll have it at the 48. Jones with his 8th interception of the season. So good field position for CoLin, trailing 6-0. We're at the 5:59 mark here in the first quarter. Throwing it on the run as he rolls to the right, across the middle of the field. It's caught inside the 35-yard line. That's going to be a first down and more. Gain of 13 on the play. That's a reception for Eric Rogers, 5'10", 185-pound receiver from Shannon High School in North Mississippi.
I will say this, Jason, the quarterback Hargrave for CoLin is left-handed, but he has got a rocket of an arm as he has thrown nothing but fastballs all night so far.
He'll snap it from the 32, throws it screen pass left side, and falling down to make the catch at the 35. He'd be ill-advised to drop it. It is incomplete. Looked like he tried to trap it. It would have been a loss of 2 on the play. 33 is the actual spot, not the 32, I beg your pardon. So CoLin will have a 2nd down and 10. I'm going to try to remember to lean over so I can see the scoreboard and clock. 5:24 left. Clock stopped 6-0 EMCC here in the first quarter of play. The scoreboard and clock is totally out of view. You have to be intentional to look for it. Ball's placed on the near hash, moving left to right. High snap's going to go over Hargrave's head, but it's picked up by the tailback, who tries to roll around the left side, and EMCC is going to come in there and sandwich him around the 42-yard line. That is a big loss on the play. And picking it up was Rexlin Allen, the running back out of Hattiesburg High School. So it's going to be a loss of 9 on the play.
That is a helpless feeling right there when that ball gets snapped over the head of the quarterback and the running back, and they're having to chase it back, and their back is to the defense that's in pursuit, and especially a defense like East Mississippi when you've got Trey Lang and Lee Koba coming after you.
EMCC with a 3-man front, 3rd down and 19. Snap from the 42-yard line. They fire it on the skinny post near side, incomplete at the 35. It's going to bring up now a 4th down and 19. Glenn Davis's club's going to have to punt it away again. Boy, they had really good field position. They were down to the Lion 33 with a 1st and 10. By the way, 5 teams ranked in this week's National Junior College Athletic Association polls. Jones tops the polls at number 1. Iowa Western is at number 2, followed by EMCC at number 3. But looking at the MAC schools, Northwest at number 9, Hines at 10 or 12, 13th is Mississippi Gulf Coast. Gulf Coast at Jones playing for a South Division championship tonight. Ball left hash, low snap picked up by Lofton, who gets it up in the air, and it's a high boomer. Fair catch is going to be called for, but Patterson's nowhere near it. It's going to bounce at the 5, and that's where CoLin is going to down EMCC between the hash and the numbers across the way. So the Lions starting at their own 25 to start on the kickoff. Then they started at their own 7-yard line, now starting at their own 5.
Yeah.
That's 23 now pinned inside the 20 on the season.
They've got a weapon in that punter right there. He's pretty good.
Certain that he'll be playing Division I football a season from now.
He's got a good chance for real because that's field position plays a lot into it. And he got the ball up very well, where a fair catch probably should have been made, but also gets the balance too.
Ball placed on the right hash at the 5-yard line, the EMCC 5. They're in the shadow of their own goalpost. Sias Perriman gets the long handoff, goes around the right side. He's going to be tackled for a loss back at the 4-yard line at the sideline. So it's going to bring up now a 2nd down and 11. Are they going to say he got back to the 5? That's a pretty good spot.
So. Yeah, they're going to give him back to the 5. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10 situation here in the first quarter of play. 3:54 and counting. 6-0 EMCC. Lions ball possession. Spotted the football, their own 5-yard line. Far hash. Jones to the shotgun. Trips wide side of the field, near side. Perriman goes in motion out of the backfield. They fake the pass to him, surveying the field, looking over on the right side, throwing it towards the sideline. And I believe it is going to be called at the 13-yard line, and the official says it is called. Making the reception is Duke Miller. And that's going to bring up now a 3rd and 2, gain of 8 on the pitch and catch from Jones to Miller.
That's hard for us to see as it's all the way across the formation. A great catch. 3rd down and short.
So 3rd down and 2, spotted the football, the 8-yard line. Here's the snap. Perriman tries to go around the right side, breaks a couple of tackles. That's the 1st down as he gets out to the numbers and up to the 20-yard line, and that will move the chains. Gain of about 8 for Perriman, and now we have a timeout. We have an injury timeout with 2:55 to go in the first quarter. 6-0 EMCC with a lead here in the first quarter of play, and they've got trainers around the young man. He looks like he's going to be he's rolling over. I thought he was going to push himself up. It looks like it is number 44, which would be Joseph Barton. It's a defensive end. So, it's out of Columbus, Mississippi. I believe that's who it is. And now EMCC's whole team is going to stand around him. Oh, no, they're not. I beg your pardon. They were. I was like, wait a minute. It didn't look that serious. They were talking about Stevens outside the numbers, and hopping up out of view for some reason from my view was the injured player, Joseph Barton. He's going to walk off on his own accord. Looks like he's favoring his right arm. So EMCC has a 1st down, 10 to go from the 20-yard line at the far hash. Glenn, I think there's lightning in the clouds to the north.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jason.
That's not a good thing. So far, a game is still in play. So snap from the 20-yard line, inside handoff. Perriman's going to be wrestled down around the 23. So gain of 3 on the play. Bring up 2nd down and 7 for the offense. 2:40 and counting to go here in this first quarter of play. 6-0 as mentioned. EMCC on top. So from the 23, ball right hash. Jones to the shotgun. Perriman flanked off to his right. Back to pass, surveys the field, throws it. It's bobbled, but then caught at the 28, diving up to the 34, 1st down. And that's going to be a gain of about 7 on the play. And they're already ready to snap it. Can't see.
I think that was Duke Miller.
I think it was Miller. 19, yes. Twin receivers either side of the formation. Ball placed towards the right hash at the 30. Here's the snap. Perriman with the give. Goes around right in. Gets out across the 30. He's up to about the 33. And that's going to be a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up another 2nd and 7. 1:49 and counting, clock stop now.
Got an injured lion down.
It's an offensive lineman. Can't see the number, but Buddy Stevens is walking out to Check on him. Maybe a cramp. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the EMCC Football Network. Pilot Car Center from Oak Grove High School out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi, who's going to have to walk off. So we have a new center that has come into the contest. And he's got his sleeves rolled up over his pads, and you can't see his number. So ready to snap it from second and 7 from the 33. And Jones is going to keep it up the middle, and he's going to dance up the far hash out across the 35 up to the 37-yard line. So gain of 5 on the play.
Good read right there by Jones. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3.
Close to the 37 is where they're going to say he went down. Jones to the shotgun. Take the snap. Leaves it in the belly of Perryman and gets to the sticks. And he's going to be stood up, but I think he has enough for the first down. And there's kind of a rugby scrum over there on the far hash.
I think forward progress to the 40,
Yeah.
So it's going to be, they're moving the chains.
Perryman with a first down run.
Drive stays alive as we tick inside of 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Lions leading 6-0. It's 1st and 10 from the far hash, going from right to left on the 40-yard line.
45 seconds and counting. Snap from their own 40. Perryman with a carry again. Tries to get around the right end, breaks a tackle, and gets to the sideline at around the 45. Still on his feet. I think he has enough for the first down and more. He does. He goes out of bounds at the 46-yard line of CoLin. So the Wolfpack is going to give up the first down in EMCC in CoLin territory with 24 seconds and counting to go first quarter. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds actually at the 47. 17 seconds. Now 16 seconds. EMCC may not snap it before the end of the first quarter. They don't have to.
Yeah.
And they're not going to. So that's going to run out the first quarter play. We're under 10 seconds to go. 6-0. EMCC on top. We'll head to the second quarter in a moment with EMCC at 1st and 10 from the CoLin 47. This is the EMCC Football Network. Community College Athletics. Follow our EMCC Athletics social media accounts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Periscope. You can also check out our institutional accounts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. 6-0. EMCC with the lead as we head to the second quarter of play. Gavin Gilbert is our statistician. He is back in Starkville, Mississippi, not with us tonight, but he is keeping up with statistics. And Glenn, I don't know if you have those.
He'll send them to me here shortly.
I've got it right here. I'll go ahead and give it for the end of the first quarter. EMCC with 10 first downs to CoLin's 1. The Lions with 17 carries, 88 yards, 3 carries, 12 yards for CoLin. Passing yards just 56 on 8 of 10 passing for EMCC, just 21 for CoLin on 2 of 4 passing. 27 plays for the Lions for 144 yards, 7 for 9 yards for CoLin. I want to thank Gavin for all his hard work for EMCC and the EMCC Football Network. Lions have it. Ball near hash at the 47. Moving from left to right as they switch into the field. Back to pass. Jones has pressure. Steps up. Now is going to tuck it and run it up the seams. Going to get out inside the 40 and down to the 38-yard line. That's going to be a yard shy of the first down. So he's going to have 9 on the play. Well, EMCC has had some green grass up the middle with Jamari Jones running the football tonight. 3-man front. Here's the snap from the 38 on 2nd and 1. Perryman goes around the left side, off left tackle. He has the first down and more. Is at the numbers at the 30 and gets down to the 29. Before he's knocked off his feet, it's a first down carry. 14:26 on the clock before halftime. 6-0 EMCC. They're trying to extend the lead. Down to the 29. Twin receivers wide side of the field, near side. Twins left side, ball left hash at the 29. Here's the snap to Jones in the shotgun. Pocket collapses, hit up the middle, and he fires it near side. Caught, spun free, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, EMCC from 29 yards out. And that's Duke Miller again. He has had quite the first half so far.
Yeah, he has, Jason. He's been the go-to guy, whether it's been in the middle on the shallow cross where he sets it down right in front of where the center would be, or on those deep outs and comebacks. He's been running exceptionally crisp routes tonight, and that's been causing him to be open, and Jones throwing it on time, that helps a lot also. And right there he makes a catch and then spin moves and makes two guys miss, and then it's off to the races, and you're not going to catch him as they go up 12-0 pending the 2-point conversion right here.
So they're going to try to make it 14-0. Diamond formation to the left. Empty backfield, and on the snap, he looked left, turned to go upfield, and there was a timeout called, I believe, by EMCC. Yes, Buddy Stevens calls the timeout. Duke Miller with his second touchdown reception of the game, 4th of the season. The 22nd touchdown toss for Jones this year. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is the EMCC Football Network. The 2-point conversion attempt. Lions are on top 12-0. 13:57 left in the first half. Duke Miller caught it around the numbers at the 20, spun free, and was able to waltz into the end zone for a 29-yard touchdown scamper. He had a 5-yard, now a 29-yarder. And they're going to go for 2, and they're going to go with 4 wide to the left. Single receiver here on the near side. Ball placed middle of the field at the 2-yard line. Here's the snap to Jones. Looks left now. Cuts up the middle, and he's going to get in. He'll extend his right arm to put the football over the goal line. And it's good. 14-0 EMCC with the lead here with 13:57 to go in the first half. Jones up the middle. He gets the 2 yards needed, and EMCC leads it by 2 touchdowns. This is the EMCC Football Network. See as Rogers gets his foot into it. It's a high end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken by CoLin at the 8-yard line, up the hash, across the 20-25, still on his feet across the 30. Finally tripped up around the 31-yard line. And on the return for EMCC, or it's Henderson, Taekwon Henderson, for CoLin, I beg your pardon.
Jason, a quick stat right now for Duke Miller. He's 3 for 42 yards. He's 3 catches, 42 yards, 2 TDs here in this first half of play.
Back out at quarterback, Paul Hargrave. Allen's going to be flanked off his left shoulder. Twin receivers near side. H-back off the left tackle. Single receiver to the right. Spotted the football, the 33. 25-yard return just a moment ago for Henderson. They give it to Allen, goes around the left side, and he's like a tadpole on the pond trying to avoid predators, and he is going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage back inside the 30 at the 27-yard line. That's a big loss on the play, a loss of 6, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 16.
Great job of pursuit right there by the defense of East Mississippi as they were able to hem up the running back in the backfield, and he started running east and west, and pursuit came on, and they dropped him for about a 5 to 6 yard loss.
13-18 to go in the second quarter, 14-0 EMCC. Hargrave looks to the near sideline, gets his play call, and now is going to shout out instructions to his offensive line. 4-man front for EMCC. Shotgun snap from the 27, and pocket collapses. He steps up and fires it near sideline. It is caught by Henderson, spins free at the 39, gets up to about the 41. Tyquan Henderson, 6'3", 200 pounds, out of Canton, Mississippi. Played at Canton High School. That's not enough for a first down, but he gets a majority. He gets all the lost yardage back and then some, so it's going to bring up now a 3rd and 2. Got 14 yards, needs 16 for the first down. Ball's going to be placed at the 41 on the near hash, moving from right to left. 12:39 to go here in the first half. Wesson, Mississippi, the site, down here at CoLIN. 3-man front, rush end here on the right side. Or EMCC. Shotgun snap, rolling to the right's Hargrave. He's going to pump fake with his left arm now, fires it down the far sideline. Did he squeeze it between 2 defenders?
No
I think
way.
he did. Oh, my goodness, inside the 40. Big reception there. Making the reception is Duntavius Turner, a wide receiver from South Pike High School down here in southwest Mississippi from Magnolia.
Unreal throw right there.
Wow. Hargrave's ready to snap it. EMCC with a 4-man front. They're going to look here on the near side now. They got set, checked out EMCC defensively, and look to Glenn Davis here on the near side. Twin receivers wide side, which is to the left. Allen, your tailback off the left shoulder of Hargrave. Single receiver right. They'll snap it from the 36-yard line, and going right up the middle is Allen. He'll bounce it outside the hash on the right side as he gets inside the 35 down to the 34 before he's spun down there. So that's going to be a gain of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up now a 2nd down and 8 with 11:34 and counting to go in the second quarter. 14-0 EMCC. Well, Co-LIN's band is rested. They're ready to play now. They're just so loud. They're just right here next to us. I feel like I'm in a drum. Hargrave in the shotgun. Twin receivers here on the near side, moving from right to left. Here's the snap from the 34, play action, and they fired over the middle on the crossing route, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Turner again, and he couldn't catch it on his shoestrings. So it's going to bring up now a 3rd down and 8 from the 34 of EMCC. I want to remind you that coming up next week, EMCC will close out the regular season on the road, ICC and North Division foe, Fulton, Mississippi. Those games never disappoint in Fulton. Same formation as last. Hargrave walks up to the line of scrimmage. Everybody looks up to the near sideline now. Play clock down to 12. Now we'll go under 10. 11:07 to go. Clock stopped here in the first half of play in the second quarter. Here's the snap, and there's pressure and throwing it on the slant. It's incomplete. Henderson was the intended target at the 25-yard line. So with 11:02 to go in the second quarter, it's incomplete, and it brings up a 4th and 8, and they have to go for it here.
Probably 4 down territory, Jason, as they're about at the 35. I don't foresee them taking a delay here. Down 2 scores before half with 11 minutes in the second.
The play clock's under 20. They've got plenty of time to snap it. They are going to go for it on 4th and 8 from the 34 of EMCC. They're on the south end of the field, moving from right to left. Now 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Hargrave will snap it, surveys the field, now has to slide to his right, squares and fires, and it's bobbled at the 22. Would have been a first down.
Good coverage.
Had the receiver been able to hold on to it.
Great coverage right there as the ball got to the receiver. Defensive back, I didn't see his number. But
Ren Johnson.
Yeah, is that who it was?
What's the intended receiver? I beg your pardon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I couldn't see the defensive back either.
I couldn't tell the number, but he goes in. He played it just textbook perfectly. Saw the receiver's hands go out, and his hands are, you train them to go between the receiver's hands because they're reaching for the football. And if you do that, you knock it away. And that's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
Turnover on downs. Lions football, 1st and 10.
Ball placed left hash from the 34, their own 34. Pump fakes, fires it out of the backfield. It is caught around the left sideline, and that is Spivey, as you mentioned. Monte Spivey is going to go out of bounds around the 39. So that's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 2nd down and medium. Spivey was injured earlier in the season. Took a couple of hits on his shoulder in the Delta game at the goal line. He fumbled twice at the goal line in that game, and I believe had an AC joint sprain, but he's doing a lot better and playing out there now. Spivey flanked off to the left of Jones. Twin receivers either side. Snap for the 39. Back to pass. Throws it at the numbers on the far side and sliding and making the catch at the 46 just across the sticks is EMCC.
First is a community bank that has no fee ATM access. Interest and perks earning checking accounts. With online and mobile banking. Mortgages.
So from the 46, here's the snap. It's an inside handoff, and going between the tackles, getting up to around the 48-yard line is Spivey. So Monte Spivey with a 1st down carry, getting 4 yards on the play. Well, we'll call it 3. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and long situation with 9:40 and counting to go in the 2nd quarter. 14-0 EMCC on top. Twin receivers either side. Ball placed middle of the field. Shotgun snap to Jones. Great protection. Fires it over the middle. Caught 40. Oh, no. Bobbled and dropped. Oh, goodness gracious. Jantarius Henderson had it. And, Glenn, there was nobody around him. He was past the blue jerseys.
Yeah, he had split the 2 safeties right back there and was going to go all the way. But the drop happened.
And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7. Spotted the football, the 39. 49, I beg your pardon, of EMCC. They're a yard away from Co-LIN territory. Trips wide side of the field, near side. Here's the snap. Jones back in the pocket. Steps up. Now it's going to tuck it, and he's going to be hit, and he's going to be slung down for a yard loss back at the 48-yard line, and that's going to bring up now a 4th down and 8 from their own 48-yard line, and EMCC is going to have to punt it away. So here comes Peyton Rogers out, averaging 35.5 yards per kick. Back deep to receive. Drexlin Allen out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi. He's the running back. He'll stand on the far hash at his own 13-yard line. Standing inside his own 35 on the far hash is Peyton Rogers. He'll receive the snap, almost blocked, but he got it away, and it's a beautiful spiral kick. Penalty flag flies. Fair catch called for by Allen inside the 10. He'll take it at the 9. And there's a flag on the play. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the EMCC Football Network. Well, he's about to make the call. Well, whatever it is was declined. We're dealing with a technical issue, so we're still getting an echo in our headset. So back to Javante in the studio. Just wanted to see if you can kind of do a trial and error and work that out.
Hey, we just lost.
Told we just had a power outage. I certainly hope.
Back at the station.
Yeah. So, well, yeah, not here. Certainly hope that
Hope
kind
that
of
doesn't
situation
happen here.
happened here. No,
Sure.
we've been kind of watching some lightning just a little bit to the north of us, so we're going to get that echo checked out here in just a bit. If you're watching on the stream or listening on the radio, thank you, Javante. Appreciate it. It's fixed now.
Is he working Friday night?
It's coaching Friday night. Yeah. Javante coaches on Friday night. Works EMC. Javante's a former defensive lineman for Holmes Community College. You're a former punter, and what else did you do? Quarterback at Holmes?
Yeah.
So we got a lot of Holmes Bulldogs involved with the EMCC radio network. So they're still sorting things out. So I'm not really certain.
They gonna make them punt it again?
I don't know what they're doing. They're bringing the ball up across the 30. Now the official is at the 35 to the 37. They're swapping footballs, and now he's still got it moving out across the way. I guess they're going to make a punt it again. That's the only thing I can. Yeah, because here comes the punt team.
The call.
It looked like with it came from the official behind Allen in the end zone. When Allen was about to receive the football, he throws the flag. He made an indication like delay of game. So I don't know. 8:35's on the clock in the second quarter.
If it was delay of game, then they will make them punt it again and back them up 5 yards because that's a dead ball foul.
They put a GIF, however you say it, up on the video board. It showed,
oh, yeah, that's good.
Kind of like Will Smith frowning with all the question marks. And so, I mean, we're the same way. We don't know what's going on here as well. So while they sort things out, we'll remind you that coming up next week, we've got ICC on the road. Another 6 o'clock airtime. 6:30 is the kickoff. Glenn, you won't be able to be there. You have high school football duties on the air next week. So joining me will be former Mississippi State footballer and head coach Rocky Felker. Rocky Felker, of course, the 1974 SEC Most Outstanding Player, SEC Player of the Year, Most Valuable Player, whatever they called it then. Rocky's going to be joining me on local pregame for Mississippi State and Vanderbilt this week as well, doing a fill-in role. So while they sort all this stuff out, they're talking to Buddy Stevens. Let's pause 30 seconds for a break. We'll be back in a moment. We're in the first half of play. Second quarter to be exact, 8:35 to go. EMCC up 4-12. I think they've got it sorted out. When we want things to get going on the field, all I have to do is say, let's pause, and then everything comes into play. We're going to take a look at what in the world are they doing? And now they're moving the chains again back, and then EMCC, or CoLIN had their defense on the field. Now they're coming to the near sideline. Okay, now here comes CoLIN's offense out onto the field, or it was CoLIN's, I don't know what unit that was. Was that the kick return unit that was out on the field? I don't know what they were doing. They were out at the 40-yard. I think everybody's confused. So here comes CoLIN offensively. And, folks, we apologize. We have no idea what that call was. So it's first down and 10 to go. Fair catch was called for around the 9, so that's where they're going to place the football. Allen with the fair catch at the seam on the right side, so that's where they're going to place the football, moving from right to left. Hargrave will be in the shotgun. Allen flanked off his left shoulder. Twin receivers, wide side of the field near side. Four-man front for EMCC. Hargrave holds his hands out, calls for the chest tie snap. Backside pressure, gets rid of it over the middle. Diving catch at the 29-yard line. And, oh, my goodness, Henderson just laid out. And he has a long, lanky body as it is, and he catches it around the 29. That's enough for a first down, and that's a gain of 20 on the play.
Yeah, he's listed as 6'3", 200 pounds out of Canton High School.
Twin receivers near side again. Same formation as last. Hargrave, quick snap from the 29. Fires it left sideline. A right sideline across the way, I beg your pardon. And making the catch out across the way once again is Henderson. And that's up at the 37-yard line. So it's a nice gain of 7 on the play, so it'll bring up a 2nd and 3. We can see the numbers for CoLIN. They've got blue jerseys, big white numbers. EMCC has more scrunched up numbers on white that are chrome. It looks like silver on white. Really hard to see with the naked eye. You have to have the binoculars to just try to make it out. Same formation as last. They fake the give to Allen, throw it near side. It is caught, and trying to get up the numbers at the 40, out across the 40 up to the 41. That is Turner. Octavius Turner with a catch and first down run. So that's back-to-back first downs for CoLIN. They only had one in the first quarter, and they get back-to-back on this drive here in the second quarter with 7:28 and counting to go before halftime. Lions on top by 14. 14-0. Hargrave gets his offense set at the 41, their own 41, moving right to left. They shift those Twins wide side of the field now to the right. Averaging 166 yards through the air, CoLIN, and they've had a couple of nice pitch and catches inside. No, Hargrave keeps it, goes around the right side, gets some pretty good blocking, now dives out across the 45 up to the 47. So that's going to be a gain of 6, and it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 4 now at their own 46. CoLIN has the ball. They've awakened the echoes, which is the CoLIN band. We see you and hear you. They're pretty good, though. Not as good as the Mighty Lion Band, though. Twin receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Hargrave, hands on his hips as he looks to the near side. It's like they're stalling. 15 seconds, 14 on the play clock. Now, we are used to teams doing that this season against EMCC, kind of slowing things down. But we've seen them try to keep EMCC off balance defensively with a couple of hurry-up plays. Allen around the left side as a hole. Inside the 45 at the near hash. Inside the 40. Still on his feet as he crawls to the 35, and his knee goes down at the 37. Nice run by Allen.
Yeah, that's too much right there. As he just ran through the Lions would-be tacklers. You gotta wrap up and hang on. Too many missed tackles right there allowed for a big gain and move the chains and get into Lion territory.
Ball left hash down to the 37-yard line of EMCC. First down for Allen and this Co-LIN offense. 5:40 to go here before halftime. 14-0 EMCC on top by 2 touchdowns. High snap, pulled down with the left hand. Allen gets it again. Fumbles the ball, but Hargrave, Johnny on the spot, back at the 43 to fall on it between the numbers and the hash. So that'll be a loss on the play. It'll be a big loss on the play. Back to the 43. So that's going to be a loss of 6, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 16. They've had that situation happen before where they lose 6 and had a 2nd and 16 on a first down play. Allen off the right shoulder of Hargrave. Twin receivers either side of the formation. Ball down to the EMCC 43. Hargrave back to pass. And it's a screen pass on the tunnel screen right side. It is caught and breaking a couple of tackles as he tries to run laterally from right to left inside the 40-yard line. That is going to be Eric Rogers with a reception. It's not enough for a first down, but it is enough for 6 yards, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 10.
Jailbreak screen right there.
Over on the right side, it worked for 6 yards, and when you're in a 2nd and 16 rather than a 2nd and 6, it doesn't work as well.
They call it the jailbreak screen, Jason, because it looks like the offensive lineman broke out of jail and are running out of way.
Snap to Hargrave from the shotgun. Backside pressure, gets rid of it just in time, and it's a tight end catch around the 35 going down the hash. Gets inside the 30, but he does not have enough for a first down.
They're in 4-down territory, being down 4 scores. Ball on the 30-yard line. It'll be 4th down, and we'll call it 3.
Located on Highway 16
What happened?
west in DeKalb. Pilgrim's Food Liner.
So 4th down.
EMCC.
4th down and 3 for the Lions on the 30-yard line.
But you might not know Bank First is
So Hargrave in the shotgun with twin receivers here on the near side.
interest and perks earning checking accounts.
Take the snap, back to pass, fires it on an out route, and it is caught for a first down by Henderson inside the 25, down to the 24.
We keep it all together. Do you bank with us?
Henderson's been the go-to guy on this drive.
Is an equal housing lender and a member FDIC.
So it's a first down and 10 for Co-LIN as they have it inside the 25, down to the 24-yard line of EMCC, ball right hash. Hargrave in the shotgun, twin receivers wide side of the field to the left. EMCC with a 4-man front. Hargrave walks up to the line, looks back near side, now shouts out some instructions to that offensive front. Shotgun snap, and he's going to leave it on the ground. Allen goes straight between the tackles, gets inside the 20, going to be corralled around the 18-yard line. So it's going to be a gain of about 7 on the play, and that'll bring up now a 2nd down, or a 3rd down. Correction, that's a gain of 5, I beg your pardon. Down to the 18, spot of the football was the 23. That's not 7 yards, Jason, that's 5. Sometimes the brain fires out a number that you really don't mean. So 2nd and 5, 2nd and medium, down to the 18-yard line of EMCC. Ball placed towards the right hash. 14 seconds, now 13 seconds to snap it. Hargrave looks to the near sideline. EMCC will have that 4-man front once again. 14-0 Lions on top with 2:16 to go before halftime. Nice snap pulled down. Allen has it, tries to dance behind his offensive lineman, and he is going to be corralled and dropped for a yard loss back at the 19-yard line. A couple of EMCC Lions gets in on the action. That defensive front, I think everybody on the defensive front gets the credit for that tackle.
Yeah, that was a great job by all 4 of the down linemen right there. 3rd down coming up for the Wolfpack.
We see them listed as Wolves in some aspects, but Wolfpack,
Yeah.
we'll call them
Scoreboard
both.
says Wolves.
Yep, so does the end zone to the north side. But the Wolfpack looking to score into the end zone that says Co-LIN. Also, they share this field on Friday nights with Wesson High School, the Wesson Cobras.
And I think the local academy as well.
So this field sees some action. From the 19 right hash, pocket collapses, steps up, pump fakes, has some backside pressures. He gets to the numbers, gets outside the numbers, and then he's knocked out of bounds hard in the neighborhood of the 12-yard line, or 15-yard line, I beg your pardon. We'll wait and see where they're actually going to spot the football. It's not enough for the first down, so it's going to be a 4th down. It looks like, Glenn, they're going to spot at the 17. Once again, there's a lot of blue jerseys and silver helmets that are blocking our view. Even though we're kind of far away from the field, there's still areas we can't see, and it looked like he was around the 15. So, and see, when we look at the near side official, it looks like he is standing at the 16, but he's really on the 17.
Going to bring out Lofton to do a 34-yard field goal.
Bryce Lofton this season, 5 of 6, as long as a 46. Snap is back. The hold is good. The kick is a line drive end over end, and it is wide left. As Glenn said, it's no good. And EMCC will remain in the lead at 14-0 with 1:10 to go here in the first half. And EMCC is going to come back out on the field here momentarily. All right, Glenn. So you have 1:10 left. You have the ball at the 20-yard line, your own 20. What do you think David Boykin's going to call here? I know that Buddy Stevens has wanted them all game to be at a NASCAR pace.
Yeah, I think you do what you've been doing. First and second down is going to determine how you play this thing out. If you can get a good second and short after first down, you'll probably put it in another gear. But see, that's not going to do it right there. So you'll probably see the Lions just be happy to go in at halftime up 2 scores.
Inside handoff to Zias Perryman. He's going to be stuffed.
Chippy.
Yard gain, yeah, at the 21-yard line. There's Perryman was trying to come out of the pile, and he wasn't kicking anybody, but he was stumbling backwards, and I don't know if he was being held on to, but the officials came in there and made sure everything's going to be okay. So, like you said, getting a little chippy, and it does a lot of times when Co-LIN and EMCC meet on the gridiron.
Yeah, I expect another run right here as the clock's inside 35 seconds. Well, I was wrong.
Snap back to pass. Jones just running around up the middle, and he's going to be hit, knocked out across the 30 up to the 31. He'll have enough for the first down. That'll stop the clock with 25 seconds to go in the first half. EMCC at their own 31. Now they're going to roll the clock. EMCC does have 2 timeouts left, but I don't think they're going to use them.
Yeah, they're going
to be comfortable going in at 14-0. Yeah, because now here they go. I was with you on that one. Now they're going to snap it for a final play from their own 31. They throw it over the middle, and it is caught on the run across midfield and spun down around the 45. It'll stop the clock with 2.6 seconds left, and EMCC calls a timeout.
Yeah, you got 2 timeouts. You can't take them with you.
I think that was Barnett who made that reception. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Gavin will. I can't speak.
So back at 30 seconds. Well, I tell you what, let's just keep it here. 2.6 on the clock. We don't want to risk losing the final 2 seconds in case the break runs a little long. But in summary, it's been Jones to Miller. Jones with 9:44 to go in the first quarter found Duke Miller on a slant pattern from 5 yards out. The snap was ugly, so the PAT was not even attempted. And it was 6-0 EMCC. With 13:57 to go, though, in the second quarter, Jones hit Miller again, but from 29 yards out, this time on the right side at the numbers. And he makes a man miss as soon as he catches it at the 19-yard line, and he spins free and goes down the numbers into the end zone. And the 2-point conversion was good. Jones ran it up the middle, extended his right arm with the football in his hand to get it over the goal line. And that's where the 2 points came from. So 14-0 is our score.
Yeah, it's been a good game so far. Lions have marched the ball up and down the field, but only 2 scores to show for it so far.
Jones in the shotgun. This will be the final play of the first half. He backpedals, steps up, now unheaves it deep down the left sideline. It's going to skim at the 12-yard line. And diving for it was Co-LIN. Co-LIN can't come up with it, run out the clock in the first half. And I think in on defense there was Colton Gardner. And that's going to run out the clock. So we mentioned EMCC will lead it here at the half, 14-0. Glenn, thoughts on the first half?
Well, right there, I'm seeing Coach Boykin and Coach Stevens both talking to Jamari Jones saying, look, dude, we just called a timeout so we could get one more shot in the end zone. You've got to throw it into the end zone to give us an opportunity just to see what happens. A 50-50 ball, and we like our chances with that. But first half, absolutely good job by the Lions offense of getting those long, sustained drives. And the defense, hey, you got a shutout, Jay.
Yeah.
There's nothing else you can say there. You're playing good. You've got a shutout.
2 touchdown passes from Jones to Duke Miller and a 2-point conversion. That's the difference in the game. 14-0. We'll be back in 2 minutes with a look around the Southeastern Conference on SEC Update. You're listening to Lions and Co-LIN football on the EMCC Football Network.
each for 43.5. And both were inside the 10 at that, so that made the starting position for the Lions a little difficult as well. On the other side of the coin, receiving, Ty Henderson's been their go-to guy, 4 for 48 yards, 21-yard long on their reception. So that's where we are statistically at the half, but the main statistic is the Lions are leading 14-0 as we get ready to kick things off. The Lions will kick it off to CoLin to start the second half.
We do know that CoLin has done a good job of kind of slowing down the pace of the game. We saw them get in a hurry a time or two, but obviously that's one reason why we had, a little bit over an hour, about an hour and 8-minute first half. What adjustments do you think EMCC wants to make, especially on the offensive end? Because defense, they held their own. They gave up some plays in between the 20s, but they kind of hunkered down once CoLin got into Lion territory. So I guess offensive adjustments that you're looking for.
Well, Jason, again, I keep going back to their first down play calls and first down results as they have left themselves second and short for almost every drive. The one drive that stalled out, I think, had a penalty or two that kind of gave us a headache right there. But other than that, you may want to go a little faster and pick up more of a rhythm. But other than that, it's been a pretty good first half.
So Peyton Rogers is going to get his foot into it as he kicks it from left to right, and it's taken just inside the 5 at the 4 at the sideline. Now coming back middle of the field across the 30 and being tripped up from behind across the 35 is the return man for CoLin. And that is a nice return there for number 31. That is Antonio Luckett out of Leake County High School out of Carthage, Mississippi. So a lot of guys kind of within that EMCC territory that get shots at the Lions each year, and he came out running hard there.
Yeah, he did. We've seen Luckett. He's been a guy out of Leake County. And there was another guy as well that was Leake County. I think 44 Joseph Barton's out of Leake County also. Actually, Leake County High School out of Walnut.
East Central would say that's probably their territory as well. But, I mean, the lines are blurred, so I guess we could say regions.
Yeah.
Snap for the 36 by Hargrave. He gets some pressure, sidesteps it, fires it to the sideline, and tries to catch it over his shoulder. And that is Deke Wren Johnson out of Oxford High School.
Well, Jason, he didn't try too hard. He knew the free safety was coming back over the top right there, and he heard
that's out of bounds anyway.
Yeah, he heard those footsteps, and he said, "Hey, I'm going to keep my teeth today."
Yeah. So incomplete pass on first down from the 36, ball placed on the right hash. Johnson was open there momentarily, and the ball was thrown out of bounds over his left shoulder. Looks like they're going to switch into a pistol formation with Allen behind Hargrave. They shift the tight end from the left side to the right side of the line. He's the H-back. Here's the snap. He'll turn as Hargrave hands it off to Allen. Goes around right side on the stretch play, and he gets out across the 35 up to the 36, which is the line of scrimmage. No gain, so that's going to bring up a third down and 10. So incomplete pass on first down, and then no gain on second down, so that's why it's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, good job right there by that defense. Corralling him. It's going to be 3rd down and 10, as you said. Big possession play, and the Lion defense could set the tone for the second half with this possession play.
Be good to get a turnover here for EMCC. Give a short field to the offense. 3-man front. Hargrave with a snap. Pocket collapses. He has to shift up and throws it over the middle. Caught by Johnson, but then he is laid out around the 48-yard line. That's a first down catch across the 50 between the hashes, but a big-time hit by EMCC. And that's going to be a possession play there that is going to save the drive for CoLin.
Yeah, it was a big hit, but the problem is it's still a first down on a 3rd and 10 or 3rd and long, if you will. It's a first down and across midfield for the Wolves.
13:40 to go here in the third quarter. Play action. Hargrave gets some inside pressure, throws it over the middle, and ball's broken up. When pressure has been had, that is when we see those incomplete passes. But one thing that EMCC has not done all game long, even though they've done well defensively, is get pressure on Hargrave, and they're going to have to do that soon.
Yeah, they're having a hard time. I'm sorry, Jason. I had to wet my whistle there. They are having a hard time getting to Hargrave. They're getting back there on the defensive ends. But all he's doing is stepping up in the pocket, and there's nobody there.
So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 48 of EMCC right hash. Four-man front, Hargrave back to pass. Steps up in the pocket, gets pressure again, and he has to throw it quickly. And he had a man wide open out in the flat on the crossing route, and he couldn't hit Eric Rogers. It went off his fingertips, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10, but he had to rush that throw. But still, that throw's got to be hauled in. But we don't know how funky the ball came off the hands of Hargrave there.
Yeah, that was a little bit strange as the wide receiver is running his route with nobody. I mean, they cleared everything out of there, and all he had to do was play catch with him. Yeah, play catch with him, and it just off of the fingertips. But it's another 3rd down and 10 right here for the Wolves.
Linebacker still playing back, 4-man front. Now they stunt, and they flush him out of the pocket and squaring and throwing with his left arm deep down the far sideline, and it may be picked off at the goal line by EMCC. Is it or no? The ref's running in like it's picked a touchdown. Oh, my gosh. How in the world? There was a scramble for the ball. It looked like EMCC had picked it off, and they're going to say touchdown.
I disagree, Jason.
Oh, wow.
I think the Lions had intercepted that, and the wide receiver also came in and tried to take it away, and they both fell to the ground.
And EMCC is arguing and pleading their case. Wow. There's no replay in JUCO football, and we don't even have a monitor to look at.
I can tell you if there were.
Who caught it?
I don't think that would be confirmed. Number 7.
So Henderson, okay.
It's who's going to be credited it.
Okay.
Now, who intercepted it that's not going to get credit? The Lions.
Wow. So that's a 48-yard strike. Down the right sideline.
Back-to-back 3rd down conversions.
And the PAT, my Lofton, is good. And now we've got pushing and shoving, and there's got to be a penalty flag, and that's got to be on CoLin. The flag flies as there was but let's see who is the young man who's got his helmet off and having to be calmed down on the near sideline. It looks like that is, I can't tell if it's 88 or 98. Harold Rhodes is 88, 6'5", 275, a tight end from Jefferson Davis High School from Silver Creek, Mississippi, and I think he's the one that's going to get the 15-yarder on him. So it's 14-7 after the PAT, and we have 13-12 on the clock in the 3rd quarter. 48-yard touchdown. Boy, the EMCC did a really good job that time on the defensive front. They stunted, and they were able to get a clear path to Hargrave. He slid over to his right, and he's left-handed, so he had to square up, and then he's got a cannon. Hargrave does.
They stunted from the middle, but the problem is the defensive end on the left side lost contain.
Yeah.
You want to keep him wide to force to have that out to when you stun into him. There's nowhere for him to go, and he just wasn't there. So he was able to get outside of the pocket and get a pretty easy throw for him. But the Lions, were down there. It's one of those things you want to intercept it, but probably would have been better off just to deflect it and knock it down.
Once again, we're trying, but we cannot hear the head official, which is Brian Cole III.
Unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, it's going to be unsportsmanlike. They said 88, and once again, that is Harold Rhodes. And his helmet was off. He had a teammate that was out there on the field with him, escorting him off, grabbing the jersey, trying to contain him. And then the coaches came over and assisted, and I was watching through my binoculars. He was throwing his head back and forth. He didn't want to hear what they had to say, but obviously he gave a little extra unsportsmanlike shove to an EMCC defender.
Yeah, he was not happy. It's like when you go to the buffet and they say no more
anything,
no more trips back.
Yeah, or we're out of meatloaf.
Yeah.
That's I understand where Mr. Rhodes is coming from now. I get it. All you have to do is put it in perspective, and that's what we did just then. We used a buffet. So they're going to back it up into the 10-yard line to kick it off from the near hash.
Or if you go to the doctor and your blood work says no more sweets for you.
That's all too real, isn't it?
It really is.
I'm sorry, I ate a cookie while ago at halftime, but I needed something to pick me up.
This lemon water's never tasted so good.
Yeah. Did you put some artificial sweetener in there?
No,
I do that
I didn't.
Sometimes.
It's unsweet.
Kicking it from the 10. It's a wobbly kick, and it's going to go out of bounds just shy of the 30-yard line near side on the EMCC side. As back deep to receive was Patterson. He ran over this way. But
question for you, Jason.
Yeah.
All right. Penalty, they kicked it off from the 15, I believe?
They kicked it off from the 10.
10.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he kicked it out of bounds. Where will they spot this ball? Normally when
Yeah.
you kick off, it's going
It's
to
at
be
the
a
35.
35. But where are you going to spot it here?
Or wouldn't it still be the 35?
I do not think so.
That's kick out of bounds is the call, obviously, and
I think they're going to spot it.
yeah, you're
like
right.
on the 40.
So is it? Well, okay. This
They're
chair
going
and
to
I
spot
are
it on the 40.
having problems. I'm trying to sit, and the chair keeps falling with me.
Yeah, they're going to spot it on the 40. So East Mississippi's going to have outstanding field position.
Wow.
40 yards to pay dirt right here.
So what's the ruling in that? He kicks it out at the 31. So is it? We need Gavin Gilbert in here.
Yeah,
So
Gavin,
you were
if you
correct.
can, text us that rule right
Yeah.
there. What's the spot? Automatic 35 yards?
Well,
or-
EMCC has a chance now to get this touchdown back. First down, 10 to go from the CoLin 40, facing a three-man front. Great protection. Jones pump fakes, now throws it down the numbers near side as a man. Breaking free at the 5 and just can't connect with him as he overthrows him around the 5-yard line. And he was trying to find Duke Miller, who's been his touchdown target here in this game.
Yeah, all he had to do was play catch with him as Miller had about 4 or 5 steps
he
on
did.
him. He done got behind the secondary all the way around on a double move and just missed him.
It was a nice pump fake by Jones, too, standing in the shotgun. Ball placed here near side at the 40-yard line on the near hash. Twin receivers left, twin receivers near side, creeping up. Linebackers showing some pressure. And here they come after Jones. He gets rid of it over at the numbers, and that's got to be pass interference. And they're not going to throw the flag at the 30-yard line at the numbers. The EMCC was set to go down and try to catch that ball. It was Kevin Barnett, the intended receiver. And he was bumped early, Glenn, but no flag. 3rd down and 10 from the 40 of CoLin, moving left to right.
That was number 11, Quez McNeil, on the pass breakup for CoLin, Choctaw County High graduate.
So you're not going to say anything bad about him?
Yeah.
He was early. But obviously the officials were standing right down there on it, so who am I to judge? Trips, wide side of the field to the left. Snap from the 40 of CoLin. Looking left, now looking near side. Throws it at the hash. Caught inside the 30 and diving for a first down is EMCC. And making that reception, I believe, is John Terrius Henderson. No, that's 10 for EMCC. That is going to be Tommy Johnson. Tommy Johnson's come up with some big catches in the second half. Buddy Stevens will go with a certain group of receivers, and then it seems like second half you have a whole different group.
Yeah.
He'll line up this Johnson at the 30 here on the near side. Spotted the football's the 28. Jones is going to be popped, but he had already given the football off. Going down the hash on the near side between the tackles, getting about 2 yards down to about the 27. EMCC is going to call a timeout, but Buddy Stevens is absolutely livid.
Yeah, because Jones took an absolute shot right there, and he shouldn't have. As he handed the football off, and Buddy, this may be a timeout so I can talk to the white hat.
Yeah, this may be a Buddy get a flag on him situation.
Yeah.
Oh, Buddy is not happy as I'm looking
I
through the
don't blame
binoculars.
him now. I'm going to tell you.
I'm not going to lip read.
That was
he's putting his hand over
Jones
his
wasn't
mouth
the
anyway.
passer because he handed it off, but it was still unnecessary roughness.
We're going to keep it right here. EMCC is going to have a second down and 8 after the 2-yard gain down to the 27-yard line. Spot of the football is the 29. And you're exactly right. I mentioned it on air. Jones got absolutely popped, but he had gotten rid of the football as far as handing it off. There's no reason why he should be hit. Buddy has said his piece.
That was pretty mild.
It was mild. Buddy is
mellowed out.
He's contained himself a little bit. He and I had a phone conversation about that not too long ago, and we talked hours after the Northeast game, and he said, all I could do was just remain calm, and I think that's the best situation because nothing was going right for Buddy Stevens that day or EMCC, but they still won the football game by 14.
Yeah. 7 touchdowns.
I told him, what can you do sometimes, Buddy?
7 turnovers and you're still 2 scores.
3 receivers, so trips to the left. Single receiver near side on second down and 8 after the 2-yard gain. Closer to the 26-yard line. So it's a long 8. Back to pass. Pocket collapses. Has to roll to the near side. He's just going to tuck it and run it at the numbers at the 20. Sidesteps a man at the 15. He's going to walk out of bounds at the 12-yard line. It's enough for a first down. And Jones doing it again up the middle with his legs.
Yeah, that was an outstanding run right there. And I can tell you, number 9, Lavertus Carey, got shook out of his cleats there at about the 15-yard line.
12 minutes exactly to go in this third quarter. EMCC knock it on the north end zone door. First down, 10 to go from the 12. Trips wide side of the field left. Shotgun snap. They leave it on the ground. Perryman breaks a couple of tackles. Stiff arms the man around the line of scrimmage. He's going to be pushed out of bounds around the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a yard down to the 11 on the forward progress.
Yeah, they're going to give him forward progress to the 11. And he did that pretty much on his own.
Yeah, he did.
Just pure determination.
Both defenses have done a really good job in this game. And one thing that Co-Lin's defense has done is contain the rushing attack of the tailbacks, not necessarily Jones. Jones has been the man that's been able to break off first down runs when the pocket collapses. Second down and 9 from the 11 of Co-Lin. Moving left to right, shotgun snap at the waist, over, looks the field, now throws it underneath. It is caught around the 6-yard line and then thrown down around about the 6, and making the reception for EMCC is Miles Hobson.
Be third down and 4 from the 6.
They could get a first down inside the 2.
Yeah.
Because they had a first down original line of scrimmage at the 12. So third down and 4. Raising his right leg is Jones. 15 on the play clock. They're going to go with an empty backfield as they're going to bring Perryman slot right side. Trips left side. Jones shotgun snap on 3rd and 4. Throws it over the middle. Caught at the goal line. Broken up.
Oh, he dropped it. He had it.
It's Jantarius Henderson, by the way.
Yeah, he had it. I don't know what happened when he was going to fall into the end zone. He turned it loose, and we're going to have to bring the field goal unit out to try the field goal.
Yeah.
Say extra point because it should be a point at this point.
Yeah. Spotted the football to the 6-yard line.
So 23-yard field goals. Yeah.
Long of 42 this season for Peyton Rogers. He'll attempt the 23-yarder. Ball's going to be placed on the near hash. Ham's going to snap it back to Stewart. Rogers will attempt the kick. Calls for the football to Stewart. Gets it down, high end-over-end kick. It's going through the uprights. Good, and EMCC has tacked 17 on the board. They get 3 here in the third quarter with 10:17 to go, and they're up 17-7. 10-point lead for the Lions. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is the EMCC Football Network. Basketball season begins soon, and your Lions men's and women's basketball teams will be hitting the court. For season and single game tickets, call 662-476-5000 and order yours today. I would like to get to Tiki's Curry Stadium, or Coliseum rather, this season to watch some men's and women's hoops. Lions basketball. By the way, EMCC about to kick off after a 23-yard field goal by Peyton Rogers just a moment ago. Kicking it from left to right. He's going to kick it now off from left to right for the 35 for hash. Coming up on it is Rogers. Here's his right foot getting under it, and it's a high kick, and it's going to be short at the 10. It's going to be hauled in there by Allen out across the 15. Stutter steps around the 20, and he's going to be dropped right there between the hash and the numbers. Actually, I beg your pardon, that return man is Luckett, Antonio Luckett. He returned it last time, so why not return it again? We've seen Allen back there. Allen mainly is back there on punt returns, so I'm getting that confused. I beg your pardon. All right, here's the thing that I think Buddy is most frustrated with about his team. They're a really good football team. We know they're more consistent defensively, but it's things like a drop pass a moment ago. Yeah. I said broken up because, in lifetime it kind of looked like that. But it's the drops. It's those things. It's not the fast-paced execution that he's looking for in that consistency. We'll get your thoughts after this snap as the EMCC goes with a 4-man front. The snap from the 20. Hargrave gets away from pressure, throws it up in the flat on the right side. And it's a first down reception out to the 32. And the near side crowd wants to hit out of bounds. I'm not going to say he did or didn't.
He hit him in bounds.
Eric Rogers with the reception out in the flat on the right side, and that'll move the chains. That's good for 12 yards up to the 32. But your thoughts on what I was saying?
Well, and Buddy's exactly right, because if you take – we've had some drops tonight, and that's the difference in us being up 28-0 or 28-7. versus 17-7. Right.
Yeah. Because when you get to the playoffs, and then let's say you get to a state championship and you're playing Jones, I mean, even before that, you have to execute or you'll lose. Flushed out of the pocket to the left and firing it. It's going to be incomplete as he bounces it, as Glenn says, at the 42. He actually rolled to his right, I beg your pardon. And you may say, well, why correct that? Who cares? Well, first of all, there's people watching. Second of all, it matters because he's left-handed, and that changes the way he's going to throw the football on the run, and he has to set and square.
And he's throwing fastballs, and if you're not careful, you can miss it, miss that bounce, because our angle right here, if you weren't really paying attention, you could have thought he caught it.
Yeah. Second down and 10 from the 32. Their own 32. Pressure up the middle, and he throws it quickly. It's dropped. He was trying to find Rogers again here on the near side at the 30-yard line at the near hash. And the thing is, when there's pressure and he has to get rid of it quickly, and that goes with anybody, and I say anybody, we saw Bryce Young with pressure last week, Mississippi State facing Alabama, and the Crimson Tide quarterback reeled off some big-time throws. But so far with pressure on Hargrave, he has missed. Without pressure, he's hurt.
Hargrave's helmet came off right there. I don't understand why he's allowed to stay on the field. I don't.
Third and 10 from the 32. Must have missed something as well. All day to throw. He pump fakes, fires it. And how did the official miss that? Oh, my goodness. He gets out across the 40, and that's what EMCC's players.
He bounced that.
That is incomplete. At the 38-yard line at the hash, it bounced up into the receiver's hands, and that was 12. That was Johnson.
Oh my goodness. That was awful. He bounced that football.
And like you just said a moment ago, he's throwing those fastballs, and if you're not paying attention.
But the bad thing is, it's in front of two referees right there, and the line judge walking straight at it.
So at the 46, their own 46 near hash, Hargrave and company will snap the football here mid-third quarter. Inside pressure. They can't get to him. He pump fakes and stutter steps, and finally he is met hard at the line of scrimmage, and he is dropped. And that's going to bring up a second down and 10, and EMCC's defense playing a little mad. 8:32 in counting to go in the third quarter. EMCC up by 10, 17-7.
Yeah, as they should be. I mean, they gifted Co-LIN that last first down, and in that one right there, Lee Koba, he said enough of this, and he dropped the quarterback in his tracks. So to bring up second down and 10.
And I probably should say this, but so far, even though it feels like the defense has been out there a lot, they haven't necessarily tired.
No, Co-LIN's not snapping the ball until it gets inside of 10 to 5 seconds. Down. Yeah, they've slowed it down dramatically.
But still, I mean, third down and 10 to go, or second and 10, I beg your pardon, and now we have a timeout called by Co-LIN.
Co-LIN's called, yeah.
Well, Koba's trying to fire up the sideline, and the visiting fans, which are our fans, across the way as he's waving his arms going to the far sideline. We'll take a 30-second timeout right here in the third quarter. It's 7:54 to go. 17-7 Lions on top of Co-LIN and Wesson. This is the EMCC Football Network. H.L. Stone Stadium in Wesson, Mississippi, just off I-55. This is our second trip down I-55 south of Jackson this year. We were just down the road a bit in Summit, Mississippi, southwest. That was, the second game of the season?
Yeah, and that was a fun trip. Jason, as you said.
I don't mind coming to these places, though.
No, I mean, good facilities. I mean, Southwest has really upgraded their facilities down there. And Cliff Collins has done a good job in his first year there. And, of course, Co-LIN has upgraded theirs. This is a new press box from years ago, and then they got turf now. They used to have grass last time we were here.
It's interesting that the home side is on the east side.
It puts them in the sun. Game. Yeah, it puts them in the sun. That's the only thing I'd probably change.
7:54 to go in the third. EMCC up by 10, 17-7. They throw it out left side, and it is caught inside the 50 down to about the 47. EMCC had some defenders across the way. I thought they swatted that one away, but it just went under their fingertips and into the receiver's hands. And making that reception once again was Johnson. Johnson and Henderson are going to swap sides here on this third down play. That was a gain of 6. It's going to bring up now a 3rd down and 4. Gain of 6 by Johnson on the pitch and catch from Hargrave. So they spot the football at the 48 right hash.
I don't think it's 4-down territory for them with just one, a lot of time left in the game. But
we'll see. It depends on what they get on 3rd. If it's 4th and inches, maybe. Shotgun snap. Great pocket, and they fired over the middle, and it's incomplete. Hargrave between the hash and the numbers. He had Henderson going down the numbers, but he threw it between the hash and the numbers, and it's incomplete. And it's going to bring up a 4th and 4, and I think you're right. I think Lofton's going to come out and try to.
Yeah, you got too big of a weapon in your punter that can pin them deep. Where the ball is going to be snapped, it'll be about the 48-yard line. He's talented enough. This should be inside the 10.
So Lofton's going to stand at his own 36 on the right hash. There's Zach Patterson. He'll stand at the far hash inside the 15 at around the 11. Snap is back, almost blocked, but Lofton gets it away, and it's going to bounce in the end zone. I thought it was going to hit inside the 5, and let me tell you, when he's gotten it inside the 5, it just stalls. And he does a really good job off his foot of keeping it inside the 20 and away from that end zone, but not this time. Yeah. So EMCC is going to have it at their own 20, moving left to right. All right, so you need a long, sustained drive here. You need to kind of wrap up this third quarter and get towards the end of it with 6:56 to go, and you go up 24-7, and that's not a dagger, but close.
You're
piercing.
Correct.
You're piercing the skin.
You want a good drive, crisp drive is what you want, and
eat up some clock. And I don't mean like
execute. You want some execution. You're tired of the drops.
It's a handoff, trying to go inside, bouncing it outside.
Is that Spivey?
Between the hash and the numbers, it is going to be Monte Spivey. So Spivey wearing 24, a little thinner body than Perryman, who wears 34. It's a gain of 2. You're going to place the football up to the 22-yard line. They'll snap it to Jones in the shotgun, surveys the field, throws it underneath, coming near side across the 25, and he has popped hard around the 27. And I believe that's John Terrius Henderson. It is. He makes the reception. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3. So a gain of 5 there.
We'll call it a long 3 or a short 4. It's kind of that in between the two.
Henderson with a 5-yard reception on the crossing route. You hear the bells. If you can hear the bells over the Jumbotron, that means it's 3rd down. And trips will be wide side of the field to the left. 2 receivers near side as they go with the empty backfield, as Glenn mentioned. Now Perryman's going to come into the backfield as soon as the ball is snapped. Throwing it left side underneath, caught at the 30-yard line, and that's just enough for a 1st down over on the far hash.
That was really, really close. They've signaled move the chains. It was one of those, I was scared he didn't get enough right there as he sat it down right there at the sticks.
Was that Patterson?
I think so.
I think it was Zach Patterson that made that reception. Once again, really hard for us to see EMCC's numbers, folks. Here's a snap on 1st down from their own 30, inside handoff. Perryman is going to bruise his way, and I do mean bruise his way, up about 3 yards. He just runs up the middle. He's just so hard to get to the ground. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Co-LIN with the all blue with the gray helmets. EMCC white jerseys, chrome numbers, black pants.
Gave him a generous spot, Jason. We got an extra yard right there.
That's about the 34.
2nd and 6.
On the snap, they throw it over the middle. Great job defensively. Knocking that one away was Jalen Campbell at around the 38. Henderson was the intended target. That's going to bring up now a 3rd down and 6. 3rd and 6 from the 34-yard line. Perryman's in the backfield. He's going to be flanked off to the left of Jones. Trip receivers. Henderson, slot receiver left side. Creeping up, showing pressure. Here they come. Jones is going to be hit, dropped inside the 25. That's a sack on 3rd and long, and EMCC will have to punt it away. Well, they creeped up at the last second, those linebackers, and they came after them. There's just way too many to block. Jones couldn't get rid of it in time, and that's a big loss on the play back inside the 25. I think they're going to spot it at the 24. It's coming out to kick this one away. EMCC's punter, Peyton Rogers. Peyton Rogers on the season averaging 35.5 yards per kick. He's going to need to get his foot into this one, as Allen's going to stand with his heels around the 35-yard line on his own 35. You're all right. Ball placed middle of the field. They'll snap it from the 24. Standing inside the 10 is Rogers. Late guy getting out there for CoLin and just getting us partially blocked. I was about to say they had a chance to get it, and it's going to go out of bounds at the EMCC 42-yard line. I don't know if Rogers just isn't going quick enough with his motion and getting in his form to kick it, or I don't know, a little bit of combination of both as CoLin came after it that time. Your thoughts? I mean, you're a punter. You know kind of what's going wrong out there.
Yeah, they brought pressure as well, Jason, but at the same time, Rogers needs to speed it up a little bit. His operation time, him in the center, the operation time is taking way too long. Is that one
lackadaisical?
That one was about 2.3, 2.4. You got to be under 2.0.
Absolutely.
In this league right here, you really want to be about 1.9 or better.
Hargrave with a man in motion. It's a sweep play and going around the right side and trying to get to the numbers inside the 35 around the 33-yard line, and that is Turner. Ontavious Turner came on the speed sweep from left to right. Hargrave just tossed it to him on the snap, and that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 1. Spotted the football down at the 32. They've got to get to the 31, and then it's an inside handoff. Allen's going to get inside the 30, and he'll have enough for the 1st down. Down to about the 29. As he went right between the tackles.
Lee Koba on the stop right there.
When in doubt, if we can't see a number, we just say Lee Koba because we could be right.
He's somewhere in there.
he's going to exactly. He's going to be somewhere in there. So it's a 1st down. Down to the Lion 29. Ball on the right hash. Clock is inside 3 minutes exactly. 17-7. EMCC on top. We're in the 3rd quarter of play. Hargrave in the shotgun. Allen flanked off to his left. Here's the snap. He's back to pass. Fires it over the middle, and man laying out inside the 5 between the numbers and the hash. Can't come up with it.
Good coverage right there. I couldn't see the
He's looking for
defensive
Henderson.
back's number there. Pass intended, like you said, for Henderson. Just out of the reach. It'll bring up 3rd down. Actually, going to be 2nd down and 10. 2:42 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Well, for EMCC, Kel Williams. Koba had gotten back there as well. The 29 of EMCC right hash. Shotgun snap, play action. Now he's going to be hit, and he escapes one man, escapes the other. Can't escape the 3rd.
Accept
and
the
they get
3rd.
him back at the 42. Lee Koba with a huge sack for EMCC. Wow.
That was huge, and the left-handed quarterback right there couldn't get out of that one. Now it's going to be 3rd down and forever, so the Lions are going to bring in their extra DB right here, take a linebacker off the field and put an extra DB. As obvious 3rd down and long will be a passing down.
It's a huge loss. Back to the 42. Loss of about 13. On the snap, tunnel screen near side, it is caught, but immediately inside the 40, he just dropped. He gets down to about the 37, and that's Eric Rogers who makes the reception. So it's going to bring up a 4th down and long.
You know, I think that it was 3rd and 20. Actually, probably 3rd and. It was 3rd and about 25
he lost 13,
or 26,
so
something
23.
like that. and anyway, they run the jailbreak right there. With the Lions, knowing the Lions brought an extra DB right there, it's almost like a give-up offensive call. I said, hey, let's put the punter back out there.
We're playing chess here with field position.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on.
So Bryce Lawton averaging 39 yards a kick. EMCC gets close, but they can't get it. And it's hanging up there, and it's going to bounce at the 1 and goes into the end zone for the touchback at EMCC. Lofton. And only their last offensive possession garnered a 1st down, but then not much after that. So what we were talking about is EMCC here now with 1:08 to go in the 3rd quarter. just got to have a long, sustained drive. And, I mean, you know, you can get down the field in a hurry and maybe do 3 plays, but if you're getting in the end zone, it works.
Yeah, I think you just want consistency here. The crisp operation is what you want right here. And if you get that, the drive will take care of itself. No drops, clean blocks, no flags.
Here's the snap from the 20-yard line, giving it to Perryman, who lowers his shoulder around the 23 and bowls over a man at the 25-yard line. Gets up to the 26. Gain of 6 on first down. That'll bring up a 2nd and 4. Perryman has been the bell cow for EMCC. Zias Perryman came in with 82 carries, 419 yards, averaging 60 a game, 5 a pop, 6 touchdowns, and a long run of 47. Perryman has just been a workhorse. Trips left, wide side of the field. They'll snap it from near hash at the 26, their own 26. Jones pulls it for Perryman, spins around as he went towards the left hash and cuts upfield and dives out across the 30 up to the 32-yard line. That's enough for a first down. How many first downs has Jones gotten with his legs tonight? It's been a lot.
Quite a few.
So they'll move the chains. That's going to be a 5-yard run. So Jones with the 5-yard run is going to move the chains, and it's going to bring up a 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. We're close to the 4th quarter.
Yeah,
7 seconds.
They're going to let it go down.
They've kind of played CoLin's game tonight, a little clock management. And so we'll go to the 4th quarter up 10, 17-7. EMCC on top of CoLin here in Wesson. This is the EMCC Football Network. We head to the 4th quarter. EMCC on top by 10, 17-7. 15 minutes has been put on the scoreboard. Lions will have it 1st and 10 from their own 31. Glenn said a while ago, can't believe basketball season is 2 weeks away. I texted a really good friend of mine who's a head coach in women's basketball in the SEC, and I said, hey, we're 2 weeks away. She's going to be making her debut. Johnny Harris at Auburn, by the way.
Yeah.
Congratulations to her on getting that job. Inside handoff near side. Perryman's going to run between 2 would-be tacklers and gets out to the 39. And that's going to be a nice run on first down. Zias Perryman.
That may be Spivey.
No, it's Perryman.
Is it?
Yeah. Now Spivey's coming onto the field.
Yeah.
Like I said, they have similar running styles, similar body types. Perryman's just a little bit thicker.
Yeah.
But he ran like Spivey just then. I see your point. It's hard to see those numbers. Spivey gets the inside handoff, and he's going to get a yard on 2nd and 2 after the 8-yard gain by Perryman. Gets up to the 40-yard line to make it a 3rd down and 1 situation.
He's going to be about a foot short. It'll be 3rd down just across the 40-yard line. He needs to get to the 41. He's kind of in between the 2, and thankfully the band is rested and has started back.
Ready to go again. Trips wide side of the field to the right. Single receiver at the numbers and near side. Jones to the shotgun, takes a snap, leaves it with Spivey, and he's got a big hole. He's across midfield, dives inside the 40 at the numbers, down to about the 38-yard line. That's a first down and way more. That's going to be a gain of about 22 on the play.
They told him he needed to get to the 41, but he was confused. He went to the other 41, which works out great for the Lions.
We were talking about basketball. I do play-by-play for Mississippi State women's basketball, and interim head coach Doug Novak is going to get a chance with this squad with a lot of talent as they open up the season November the 9th. Snap for the 38, play action. Jones over the middle is a man wide open, caught at the 20, between the numbers and the hash, and then going to be tackled around the 19-yard line. And I think that is going to be Joshua Aka. It is. Aka with the big reception over the middle. It's a first down and more.
Quez McNeil on the tackle for Co-LIN.
Quez is from our neck of the woods, Choctaw County.
That young man's had an outstanding year. He's ranked, I think, in the top 10 nationally as well.
He'll be playing at the D1 level.
He's just a
very
freshman.
soon.
He's a freshman.
Still, he'll be playing the D1 level.
Yeah.
Trips wide side of the field. They hand it off to Spivey again. He hits the X button as he gets inside the 20 and spins to his right. He's going to get down around the 16-yard line. That's going to be a 4-yard run for Spivey. So it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 6 situation for the Lions. Wesson, Mississippi, the side of this football game at Co-LIN.
Got some 3rd down stats. I know that's a moot point now as we're into the top half of the 4th quarter, but
surveying the field and going up the middle inside the 10 and inside the 5, and then lowering his shoulders at the 3 is Jones. And EMCC is going to have a 1st and goal to go from the Co-LIN 3, and they're going to try to put this in here and put it away. Still a lot of time, though, to say put it away, but the way EMCC's defense is played, it's going to be hard for Co-LIN. So Damon, no, they're going to bring out Ethan Connor. They like to bring him out in this situation anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We'll probably see Connor in this formation or this close to the goal line as its ball is spotted on about the 5.
It's at the 3. Ethan Connor, that's right, takes it around the right side. He's going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, EMCC. Ethan Connor rumbles around the right side from 3 yards out. And the Lions extend the lead to 23-7 with 11:42 to go in this football game. Ethan Connor on the season, he doesn't have an awful lot of touchdowns, but when he gets in there, he gets touchdowns. That's his 4th on the season. And I think he's probably had, maybe 6 snaps.
Probably
and like 4 touchdowns. PAT is attempted, or will be attempted by Peyton Rogers. Man, you got me tickled on that touchdown run. We'll wait the snap back from him. Here it is. Stewart with a nice hold. And the kick is a bullet between the uprights off Rogers' right leg. And it's 24-7. And we have 11:42 to go in this football game. Back in 30 seconds. This is the EMCC Football Network. With 11:42 to go. So basically a 3-score lead for the Lions now as they're about to kick it off from right to left from the 35 right here in front of us. Matter of fact, I'm standing right at the 35-yard line here in the booth. And I say I'm standing because my office chair keeps going up and down on me. If I sit on it just right, it won't do it. So I'm going to sit on the edge, but I hope I don't flip it over and then fall into the cabinet here. It'd be a big crash.
And a laugh.
And a laugh, no doubt. You wouldn't be able to pick it up for me because you'd be laughing. Sky kick, 30-yard line left side, and then no fair catch. And EMCC has him bottled up, and the up back is going to be taken down inside the 30-yard line. And I think that was 84.
Good coverage right there by the Lions.
Ellis Fair, yeah. Great coverage. Yeah, you're exactly right. As we're here, still early stages of this 4th quarter, 11:36. First quarter went fast. Of course, not first quarter, first half. I kind of figured it would slow down here in the second half just a little bit.
Yeah, we didn't want to talk about it.
Well, it's 8:34, and we're still here in the 4th.
Oh, kiss of death.
And look, I'm one of the worst at kiss of deaths when it comes to game and length.
Now we're going to get hung up at the stack in Jackson.
Spot of the football is the 30-yard line for Co-LIN, their own 30, moving left to right. Shotgun snap for Hargrave. A tunnel screen once again. And Rogers has it out across the 35. He gets up to the 40 and maybe up to the 41. Near side official has him at the 40. Far side has him at the 39. Now they both agree to the 40. Eric Rogers with the reception. So Joshua Short's going to make a tackle on defense.
77 is going to have to go off. He was slow getting up.
I think we have a timeout, too. Well, no, we don't. Every one of EMCC's defenders went towards the sideline, and I thought, well, we're about to have a timeout, but
Well, 77 just laid there face down as if he'd been shot.
I got you. Okay, they thought it was an injury. I see what you're
and
saying.
then when the referee blew the whistle, he pops up like nothing was wrong, but too late then. He's got to go to the sideline.
Twin receivers either side of the formation. Ball closer to the near hash. The snap from the 40. Side handoff to Allen. He's just going to duck and take his hit as he gets up to the 41. So 41.5-yard line is the gain. So it's a second down, and we'll call it a long 8. Or a long 9, I should say. 8.5 is the official number. So it's still a second and long situation for the Co-LIN Wolves. They'll snap it momentarily from the 41.5. Ball near hash. Looking left, firing, and intercepted by EMCC at the 45. A foot race at the numbers at the 30. Inside the 25, he is going to be brought down and making the interception.
Keyshawn Lawrence?
I think it's Keyshawn Lawrence. Yes, 43. That's exactly who it is.
44.
Good call, Glenn.
44.
Without the binoculars,
Yeah,
as he steps in and makes the interception. And EMCC, they've got him mauled around the 20-yard line, and they're posing for the cameras. Oh, look at him. The New Orleans Saints-style pose. I absolutely love it across the way, and it's not done in the end zone or on the field.
Yeah, that was Keyshawn Lawrence, 44, linebacker out of Starkville High School. Goes by the nickname of Bull.
Well, yeah, Buddy Stevens has said, he calls him Bull himself instead of Keyshawn, and he said, he's afraid he's going to hurt somebody one day. He can hit that hard. In the shotgun is Jones, fires it near side, and it is caught on the tunnel screen near side, inside the 20, inside the 15, inside the 10. The ball's going to be on the ground. Does Co-LIN have it? I think they do, unless they say it was down. Officials are discussing it, and Co-LIN's getting more and more frustrated, arguing that it's their football. And that was Henderson with the catch and run. And the officials still have not signaled, so I guess it's still EMCC football. Well, it's still going to stay EMCC football. The officials are still marking it around the 6, and one Co-LIN defender is still pleading his case. And that is Quez McNeil out of Ackerman, Mississippi.
Been a penalty. May have been a penalty that's going to back it all back up.
I never saw a flag, and it's going to be holding on EMCC, so it's a moot point anyway. I mean, of course, granted, they could decline that.
They could have declined it,
right?
But
Sure.
I don't think they ruled it a fumble. This is the problem.
They did not. Yes, exactly. So we're going to see exactly where they're going to spot the football. So Jones will get his guys set. Barnett will be a wide out here on the near side, as well as Carl Robertson, who played some running back last week. Well,
they just showed it on the Jumbotron. Yeah, he was down.
And that's not good. The Boo Birds are out here on the near side, and the defensive teams always they're jumping up and down and still begging and pleading with the official. I mean, nothing's going to change at this point. So anyway, the good news is if you're a Co-LIN fan, there was a hold on the EMCC, so it's not first and goal from the 6. So the Boo Birds are going to continue to. Let's just hope they don't start throwing things like Tennessee fans did. Perryman off to the left of Jones. Spotted the football after the penalty. It's the 32-yard line. They've got to get down to the 16 for a first down. Tunnel screen right side. It was a short throw. It's caught by EMCC, but bottled up. And now escaping that is Zach Patterson. He's running up middle of the field. Gets inside the 30. He makes something out of nothing. So a gain of 3 down to the 29-yard line after he ran about 40 yards.
Abdurrell Lee made a touchdown-saving tackle right there, Jason. And I don't know how he got through all of those offensive linemen to make that tackle, but he saved a touchdown right there.
No doubt. Same formation as last. Trips wide side of the field to the right. Snap for the 29 on second down and long. Jones flushed down to the pocket to the right. Pump fakes, fires it towards the sideline, and it is short and complete at the 29. Intended receiver over there was
Jones,
number 18.
Jones right there.
Robinson.
You say intended, but he didn't commit to throw that football as he was running right. He didn't fire that one in there. He kind of half-hearted on that one, and it goes to the feet. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 14 from the 29.
And they've got to get down to the 16-yard line for a first down.
Maybe 4-down territory, Jason. It just depends on.
I think it is.
Risk it. It'd be about a 46-yard field goal on 4th.
9:13 on the clock. Screen pass incomplete right side, as you mentioned, dropped. Perriman's the one's going to drop that one, so it's going to bring up now a 4th down and a long 13 from the 29-yard line of CoLIN, and EMCC is going to keep their offense out there, but not after talking about it. So it's going to be a timeout. EMCC back at 30. We're in the 4th quarter. Under 10 to play. EMCC on top, 24-7. This is the EMCC Football Network. EMCC on top here in the 4th quarter of play. 9:07 on the clock. Lions facing a 4th and a long 13 from the 29. They got to get to the 16 for a first down. And they called a timeout to talk about it. And Glenn, they're going to keep the offense out on the field, as mentioned just a moment ago before the timeout. And so EMCC going to go for it.
Well, with 9 minutes left, you can't.
Up 3
it'd
scores.
It'd be a pretty lengthy field goal attempt, probably about 46.
Which is the long for Peyton Rogers.
But it's one of those you don't want to give up a block and a possible scoop and score.
Here's the snap for the near hash, the 29. Good pickup, blocked by Perriman. Tipped up in the air around the 5, and it's diving for it. Tip drill interception by CoLIN.
But that's okay. That's
right,
better than
that's
as good as a punt. You pinned them inside the 5, down at about the 3.
They should have let that one go, and they would have the football at their own 29. So you're exactly right.
So
Glenn.
I mean, hey, that's why you're in 4-down territory. You throw it down there. If you catch it, great. If not, you got some greedy safety right there. Hey, I'm fixing to pad my stats, not think about the team, and makes the catch at the 3.
So CoLIN's going to have it down 24-7.
Yeah, so nobody's hurt right there. That's good.
CoLIN really, because even though they get the ball, they got to go 97 yards.
And they got the shot of their goal post to go. Right on them.
So does EMCC come after Hargrave here, who's in the shotgun. Hargrave will snap it from the 3-yard line. He'll leave it with Allen to go straight up the middle. And he's going to dive out across the 5 and gets up to about the 7-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of 4 in the play. Bring up a 2nd and 6. A couple of white jerseys there to corral him. So Joshua Short's going to be credited with the tackle for EMCC. 8:41 and counting in the 4th quarter. 24-7 is our score. Reminder, next week, airtime 6 o'clock, 6:30 kickoff from Fulton. North Division opponent ICC. EMCC trying to close out the season, we hope, undefeated, as they're trying to get their 8th win of 2021. Lions undefeated. CoLIN game under 500 at 3-4. They're 3-2 in South Division play. Inside handoff again, but this time it's going to be dropped for a loss back inside the 5 at the 4-yard line, to a loss of 3. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 9.
Give some scores as we're waiting the 3rd down play. Mississippi Gulf Coast up 13-9 on Jones College in the 3rd quarter.
It's at Jones.
Yeah, Northwest all over Itawamba, 28-7. East Central down 21-7 to Hines. Coahoma and Northeast in a tight one. Northeast up 21-20. Mississippi Delta beats Holmes 24-15 on homecoming.
This afternoon.
Yeah. What time was it?
3 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
I watched a little bit of the first quarter, and then I was like, I've had enough of that. They fire to the near sideline, and it's incomplete as it goes out of bounds around the 17-yard line. It's going to bring up now a 4th down and 9 from their own 3 or 4-yard line. I think it's around at the 4. So they're going to kick this one away. No opportunity here for Bryce Lofton to pin anybody inside the 20, and that would be sign him up in the NFL tomorrow if he does that. He's going to be standing literally on the back edge of the end zone on that back line.
Yeah, you want to stand 1 yard from the back of the
and that's what he's doing now. He moved up a yard. Zach Patterson's going to stand just shy of the 45 of CoLin. Ball placed middle of the field. Snap from the 4. Here's the kick. Partially blocked by EMCC. It's going to bounce across the 20, across the 30, across the 35, across the 40, up the near seam, and it's going to roll dead at the 41. So partially blocked, and EMCC will have it at the CoLin 41-yard line with 7:13 to go, up 24-7. Moving from right to left. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the EMCC Football Network. As a CoLin. Ball placed on the left hash, which is near hash, moving right to left for Jones and company. Spivey's going to take it right up the middle, between the tackles, down the near seam, inside the 40, down to the 39-yard line. So gain of 3 on the first down carry for the Arkansas Razorback transfer. Arkansas needing a win desperately. They've lost 3 in a row. They take on Arkansas Pine Bluff and Little Rock at 11 o'clock this Saturday.
They should get back on track with that.
Yeah, I would think so. Trips to the right, single receiver near side. High snap from the shotgun snap. Going to leave it with Spivey again. Goes around right in. Cuts downfield at the far hash. And gets down to about the 36-yard line, so gain of 3. So it's going to bring up now a 3rd down and 4. EMCC letting the clock wind down to 6:27 and counting to go in the 4th quarter. Lions up 24-7. Playing a little time management, ball control offense right here. Jones in the shotgun, twin receivers either side. Inside handoff, Spivey gets down to the 35, so he'll gain a yard. And it's going to bring up now a 4th down and 2 for EMCC, and obviously they're going to go for it here. 6:02. We'll be under 6 minutes to play in this game when EMCC snaps it again. It's going to be a long 2.
Yeah, that's...
They've got to get just inside the 38 for a first down. That's why it looks so long over there on 4th down. So 4th down, 2.5 officially. High snap, the shotgun snap. Jones pulls it from the belly, goes around the right side, gets to the numbers, and tries to cut down between the numbers and the sideline. He'll have the first down as he gets down to about the 30.
Got an injured line, offensive lineman down on the field at the 35-yard line. Jones made me nervous right there, Jason, as a quarterback read right there. As he goes to the outside, I thought he was going to try to dance around, but when you need 2 yards, you got to lower your shoulder and get north and south and not east and west. And thankfully he was able to get it.
I'm sorry, I'm tickled because Darius Griffin was lying down injured, and the trainer standing over him, like trying to talk to him, and Buddy's just grabbing him by the arm and helping him up. And he's like pulling him up as the trainer's still trying to talk to him.
Oh, wait, we don't know what's wrong.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of a lot of my family. You know, the dads will always say, and I've noticed this with your youngins, when they were growing up, they get hurt and be like, you're all right. That was basically Buddy Stevens right there. And then guess what Tredarius does?
Especially when we've done something to maybe hurt them a little bit. Or, oh, yeah, you're okay.
Well, Buddy had nothing to do with that, but I'll go ahead and tell you, guess what Tredarius did when he got up, when Buddy helped him up? He jogged off to the sideline.
Like you're supposed to.
Yeah, here's the snap on 4th down, inside hand, or 1st down rather, I beg your pardon. Getting inside the 35 down to the 25 rather to the 24 is Monte Spivey. I forgot, hey, by the way, we just had the 4th down play. I went back in time there for a second after talking about the injury. So Jones and company bring Perryman. He was walking to the far sideline. He's going to be flanked off the left shoulder on 2nd down and medium. That was a gain of about 6. Down inside the 25, the 24. Perriman goes around the right end, gets inside the 20, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. You're exactly right. Put on the brakes and stay in bounds.
Yeah,
4:38
slide right there.
They're still running the clock. So I guess he did not go out of bounds. 4:32, and that moves the chains. First down for EMCC, up 24-7. 4:26, 4:25 here in the fourth quarter. They're going from right to left. They're inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line of CoLIN. Ball on the right hash. Perriman to the right of Jones. Twin receivers wide side of the field, near side. Twins right side. Inside handoff and going between the tackles, getting some tough yards down to the 16-yard line. Gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a second down and 7 for EMCC. Zias Perriman, the starting tailback, has split some time. We haven't seen in the game for EMCC the young man out of Starkville, KJ Lawrence. Yeah, I haven't seen him in this game. Here's the snap. Perriman going around right side, being held up and then body slammed as he gets down to the 16-yard line, so gain of 1. And that's going to bring up a third down and long with 3:24 to go. I heard neck being fired up, and I was looking around. I thought the mighty Lion Band wasn't here. Not the only ones that plays neck.
Yeah, now they're playing Sale right there. And
well, yes, Sale. We play it
they
as
played
well.
neck
So,
earlier.
yeah, okay, gotcha. Just kind of reminds me of the mighty Lion Band. I'm like, they're kind of queuing it up. Hey, EMCC's about to win it. This is what they
had some good bands at halftime. It was Mendenhall. High school band was here earlier.
Here's the snap on third down, and going up the middle and being ridden down from behind around the 11-yard line is Jones.
4-down territory, considering the fact that we're inside of 3 minutes, or they may just let it wind down. They'll let it go down as far as it can go, and then.
Unless you're just wanting points, make it a 20-point game. The near side crowd is starting to head for the exits. They know this one is 2 minutes and 28 seconds away from going in the record books. .220 and counting in the fourth quarter. EMCC with a 4th down and 2 from the 11-yard line. Up the middle, 5, touchdown. Perriman gets into the end zone, and EMCC stretches it now to 30-7, pinning the PAT with 2:12 to go in the game. Well, that's all she wrote. Lions about to take this one.
That's the nail right there, and a great job by that offensive line of blocking that play on 4th down. You're kind of thinking, okay, maybe you can get it. It's not that short yardage situation, but the offensive line blocked it absolutely perfectly, and he goes in there untouched.
Monte Spivey with his first touchdown from 11 yards out.
That's his first on the season?
That's his first touchdown of the season. Snap is back, the kick is up, and it is through the uprights, and EMCC leads it 31-7. Yeah, Monte Spivey, 38 carries, just a yard under 200 coming in. He's gone over that, obviously. And that's his first rushing touchdown of the season. He goes from 11 yards out, and I blew it by calling him Perriman. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is the EMCC Football Network. All over, but the end of the game.
All over but the crime.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say that.
Oh,
31-7, 2:12.
If you turn out the lights, the party's over, would that be better?
Well, it's all over, but it's official, yeah.
A little Monday night football action?
Yeah, we'll get a little head start home. Kicking it from right to left is Rogers. Another sky kick end over end, left side, and it's bobbled at the 29-yard line, but taken by Co-LIN there. They'll have 2 minutes and 9 seconds to go here, and Co-LIN just probably wants to keep this on the ground and get this one over with, down 31-7. EMCC about to go to 8-0 in the season, and they'll go to the final regular season of the game next week. Glenn, it will be over 2 weeks before we talk with you again. It will be November the 5th. nights when we
Yeah,
will have a
Saturday.
playoff game. Yeah, playoff game in Scuba, Mississippi. But it will be great to be home, obviously.
Absolutely.
There's so many things we like about our home. We like the height of the press box. We like how close
Well,
we are to the field.
And we love Saturday, November games.
Yeah, see better.
in Scuba. Because that's
Well, it's
playoffs.
playoffs.
And
I'm
state
just thinking of all those things.
championships. Yeah,
And windows that raise. First down, 10 to go. Firing it on the slant pattern and complete. So from the 28-yard line, it will be second down and 10. Their own 28, and that stops the clock. Well, they're not going to keep it on the ground. They're trying to
make it respectable.
Yeah.
James, I just had it. James Singleton dropped that football, wide receiver out of Natchez. They've got some big wide receivers, 6'4", 6'3", 200, 205, 215.
That's a jailbreak screen near side. EMCC is going to sniff it out, ride him down from behind at the 29.
They've ran that
Gain of
jailbreak
2.
screen about 5 or 6 times on the night. So it when you run it that much, it kind of loses its effect, if you will, because teams see it so much, especially in this league anyway. But if you time and time again, that you're sitting on it a good bit, and East Mississippi was sitting on it right there.
1:32 and counting to go here in this fourth quarter of play. 31-7, EMCC on top. Ball placement middle of the field. Here's the snap from the 29 on second down and 8. Hargrave all day to throw. Finally, he's hit from the side and dropped around the 25-yard line, and his helmet comes off again. He was popped hard, folks.
They threw the flag. I don't think it was. I think his helmet just came off. I don't know if they're going to call a horse collar or possibly grabbing the back of the helmet, which I don't think he did. He had the back of the jersey. Oh, they called face mask.
Well, Joshua Jackson with the big hit and sack. Now they're going to call a face mask on EMCC with a minute 15 to go.
And they'll let Hargrave stay in the game because of it.
EMCC with 14 points in the first half. They were up 14-0. Score 17 here in the second half. They've had 2 touchdowns and a field goal. That's why they're up 31-7. 1 touchdown, the only touchdown of the game. Kind of a fluke play by Co-LIN in the third quarter, inside handoff. And wrestled to the ground around the 43-yard line on first down from their own 40 after the penalty yardage has been marked off. That's going to roll it under a minute to play. It's Allen with the carry. Co-LIN's just standing around. Some late substitutions.
Yeah, they're just trying to get out of here.
Yeah.
It's
Antonio Luckett's going to check into the contest.
under a minute to go.
He'll be flanked off to the right of Hargrave with twin receivers wide side of the field to the left. 36 seconds to go. This may be the final play of the game. Second and medium. They throw it near side, but getting out of bounds. And now a penalty flag, and getting out of bounds is Johnson. Kyra Johnson, and now we've got a little bit of a scuffle going on. And the officials, and in all honesty, proud of players for either team getting in there with the ones that are not active instead of getting active in it or keeping their teammates from causing any further damage. And every time you see something like that happen, your heart races and you think back to 2015.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to be honest with you, EMCC has been faced in a couple of those opportunities, but they have done a good job of getting teammates to get in there and get their teammate out of there instead of joining in on the action. And EMCC has shown a lot of maturity since 2015 with those players that have come in and out of the program, and kudos to the coaching staff. That was a learning moment for them. And I understand there was a lot of situations that were not of their fault and was out of their control in that. It's just bad all the way around, and we've gone past it. And we can see now that gone past it but learn from it.
They use that as a teachable moment as well for every class that comes in. Say, guys, we've got the most to lose here.
Absolutely.
This cost us 2 national championships.
3-man front for EMCC after the penalty yardage has been marked off on a late hit out of bounds. It's down to the 35 of EMCC. Hargrave is scrambling near side, and he throws it, and it's out of bounds. He got popped pretty hard. I think that was Lawrence that came up and smacked him with 22 seconds to go, and once again the clock has stopped. We thought for a moment they were ready to get out of here. Now that they are 35 yards away from the end zone. They're going to try to get into that end zone with 22 seconds left. A moment ago, I thought it would be the final play, but then they go out of bounds on the pitch and catch to Johnson from Hargrave, and then the EMCC with a late hit out of bounds. So down to the 35 of EMCC. Down 31-7, Co-LIN. Bubble screen near side caught, down the numbers, and then hit out of bounds. Well, no, it's going to go down before out of bounds, so they're going to keep the clock running. Making that reception is going to be CoLin Willis out of Lumberton High School. 5 seconds, and I don't think Co-LIN's going to snap it again. 2 seconds, 1 second, and this game is over. And East Mississippi wins it 31-7 here at Co-LIN. And they shake the memory of that 2015 loss. It broke a 25-game winning streak. Of course, they did that when they came 2 years later and won the state championship on this playing surface. And Buddy Stevens goes to 6-3 against Glenn Davis. And EMCC runs to 8-0 on the season. Still 5-0 in North Division play. They'll play their 6th and final North Division game coming up next Thursday night on the road. Glenn, final thoughts.
Good bounce back win, convincing win at that. Defensively, you played lights out. The one score you gave up, I disagree with. That was an interception, in my opinion. So legally we can't give them the shutout, but if you go back and look on the film, I think it was. But 31 points offensively. It was one of those games where the Co-LIN offense slowed the game down. They weren't going to allow East Mississippi to get their offensive snaps up there in the 80s or 90s like they normally do every game. So that made things kind of shorter and kind of kept East Mississippi from getting in a rhythm the way they naturally like to do. But other than that, good solid win against a good solid team. Their record's 3-4. Well, now it's 3-5, but I can tell you it's probably the best, no doubt, best 3-5 team in the league.
All right, thank you, Glenn. Appreciate your hard work. We'll talk with you on the air in a little over 2 weeks from now at Sullivan Wyndham Field when the playoffs begin on November the 5th. Next week, Rocky Felker will be filling in for Glenn. Rocky and I will be joined by Gavin Gilbert, our statistician, and our spotter, Robert Ware, will be back, so we'll have a little bit more of a handle on the game action out on the field. So for our producer back at the WFCA studios for the EMCC Network, Javante McAdory, for Glenn Beard, I'm Jason Crowder saying so long from H.L. Stone Stadium here in Wesson, Mississippi. Final score 31-7. EMCC with the win over Co-LIN. We'll talk to you next week at 6 o'clock live from Fulton as kickoff is at 6:30 with ICC. You've been listening to a production of EMCC Football on the Lions Radio Network.